Good morning and welcome everyone to the DoMoreLife Family Saturday edition. Today we are going to be talking about my top five tips for travelers traveling abroad. Joe P, what is up, my man? Good to see you in the house. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Robert is also here. Thank you guys for coming in. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I want to give everybody a few minutes to get comfortable and roll in. If you wonder why I'm brighter than normal, it's because I am finally invested in a light. To sorry guys, getting my email situated here. I finally invested in a light to brighten things up a little bit because I noticed my live streams were getting pretty dark and that was just not cool. Hey Jose, what's up, brother? And Todd, good to see you, man. Good to see you, my friend. Lots of news coming up. I want you all to know. Good morning, Stuck. Good to see you, brother. I want y'all to know that we're going to cover some breaking news here in Thailand after these top five tips. In fact, I almost thought about doing a separate stream on it, but I don't know if that will. I think we'll just do it all together and see what happens right there. Robert says PayPal link to contribute to the travel fund. Let's hit or exceed the goal. Some exciting things coming to the channel. Yes, I have talked behind the scenes to Robert, and there are many days off. I say many. That it won't seem like many, but there's a 3-day weekend coming up. There's a 4-day weekend coming up, and then I have 7 holidays to take. So, yeah, we're looking forward to some really cool stuff coming out of that. So we'll see what happens. And Gordon, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I still hadn't replied to JoJo. Oh, I'm terrible at replying to people on Facebook. Philthos, what's up, man? My friends look at me differently when I tell them I hang out with lifers. Oh, the envy. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. Thailand vloggers, good morning. Good morning to you. I have not seen your channel before, but welcome. Glad you're here. And Todd saying hi to everybody. It's a good time to get started. It's a good time to get started with the first five. The first 5 tips that I have for the people. Roger McGee, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for dropping by. Football must not be on right now. It is a wet and rainy day here in Bangkok, Thailand. And we're going to talk about how to prepare for that, too. Addie, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is have 3 plans. So if you get ready to travel, you're getting ready to travel and you've picked out a destination that you want to go to, whether it be Thailand or South America somewhere, wherever the case may be. If you want to travel abroad and you have picked a location and a destination, hey, prep for it. What's up, man? So if you pick that destination, here's what I would do. What I mean by having 3 plans, okay? Having 3 plans means have plan A, which is your goal. That's the kind of trip that you want to have. Your itinerary booked as you want it booked. Going to where you want to go as you want to get there. That would be plan A. Plan B, something bad happens at an airport and your flight gets delayed or stuck. Thanks, DJ. Really appreciate that. But let's say you get stuck at an airport somewhere and now you're coming in later to your destination abroad that you are traveling to. You got to have a plan B. So make sure you have a plan B, an alternative airport, an alternative hotel, or at least let the hotel / Airbnb, any of that stuff, make sure that you let them know that there could be a change in plans, because if you have a change in plans, you're going to want to let people know. Hang on, I got an email here. I want to see if it's what it is. Oh, bam. PayPal to start the morning. Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joe, well, everybody knows your name, Joseph. $5 to start it off. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you, Joe. Thank you very much. And I got Montelli messaged me at the same time. Hello, Mido. I remember you from the comments, and thank you very much for dropping by this morning. It's good to see you. Yeah, we want more people in the chat if possible. What's up, Ty Guy? Good to see you, brother. So to make a long story kind of short, I want to be sure I include Plan B is your alternate plan. That's like your alternate plan. Plan C, the 3 plans you need to have. This is my first tip, okay? 3 plans. Plan C needs to be a complete alternate everything, in case, especially right now, if the country that you're traveling to for some reason won't let you in, or you have a problem that you can't get there. What's up, Frank? Good morning. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, like Todd. Todd's a good example of what I'm talking about right now. And maybe Addie's got an example here too. Let's read. My Thai taxi driver, John Tien, told me in taxi, did I know how to get to Bangkok airport? He had a taxi company on the phone asking, did I know how to get to the airport? I nearly missed my flight. Make sure taxi knows how to get to the airport. Yeah, these are little things, but they turn into big things. They seem like such little problems, but they can make they can make your whole trip blow up. So have a plan C if you have a vacation plan. What's a plan C? A plan C is to get there, to get to your destination as you did not intend to. You may be a day late due to whatever reason. And when you get there, okay, when you get to your destination, just fly by the seat of your pants. Just take a whole new route, a whole new course. Maybe you don't get to see as many destinations within the place that you are. I don't know. But maybe you get to see more than what you had originally anticipated. So there's sorry, somebody sent me an email. I'll read that email later. But those are that's the first step, is have 3 plans. Let me read the comments real quick. Gordon says, sorry to be off topic, but I got my retirement visa yesterday. No health insurance required. That's awesome. Good for you, Gordon. I'm glad to hear that. And we can actually have a video about that at some point in time. Good question there, Todd. So step 2, or my top 2, okay? Have travel insurance. Please do not travel without travel insurance. And if you can afford travel insurance that has, I forgot exactly what they call it, but basically it's the health insurance where they put you on a plane back to your home country. Get that as well. Because here's the thing. If you're traveling in third world countries, or even sometimes developing countries, they may not have the adequate amount of health care that you need in that country. So if you can get built in your traveler's insurance policy, if you can get that built in there, evacuation coverage. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you very, very much. That's true. Just had to have extra cash on it. I'm getting to that, Joe. You beat me to the point, buddy, but that's a very, very good point, Joe. Very good. Yeah, Stuck in Florida is in here somewhere. I'm glad he's in here too. But my point with that is have your insurance, make sure it covers enough. Like if you're coming to Thailand, for example, where I live, there is the medical faculties are pretty darn good. I mean, they're really good in some places. So you have to be able to have enough insurance to carry whatever needs to happen. So if you get, you'll need your emergency insurance for sure. And if you happen to have to stay in the hospital or something like that, make sure your traveler's insurance policy covers at least enough of the currency of the country that you're going to when you go abroad. Make sure your traveler's insurance covers enough to at least get you stable enough to get you back to wherever you're coming from, whether it be the States or Europe, wherever. It doesn't matter. Stuck in Florida says, I was finishing my fajitas and I had to wash my hands. Awesome, brother. Awesome. That's the best one in a long time right there. I like that. Let's see what's going on over here on the world of Yahoo. Not much. All right. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to pack light. Pack light. What do I mean? Let's see. Todd says that would be a good topic to cover the difference between the two and how to get. Yeah, that's the basic difference right there. Todd is what Gordon says. The OA is obtained outside the kingdom, and I believe, don't hold me to this, but I believe that the O visa is just a extension. Okay, so the OA would be your 90-day retirement visa, and then your extension, your 1-year extension, would be an O. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I think. Now, yep, only bring the 15-liter backpack. Well, I bring a 25-liter. So if you're going to travel, let's say you're just going to travel for a week or something like that, yeah, you're going to need more than a 25-liter backpack. I understand that. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, make sure that you don't buy more than what you need. Let me give you an example. If you're coming from the States and you're coming to a place like Thailand, you may not need to bring very much with you, because the clothes here, as long as you're not, and walking around in designer clothes here is just not a good idea in general. But and there's no need to. It's hot, humid all the time. So at least if you're in lower Thailand, around but the Bangkok area and below. So pack light and buy your stuff when you get here. It's cheap. Joe says with insurance, just double whatever you think you need. That's a perfectly legitimate point. Perfectly legitimate. Filtho says, I know not everyone is in this boat, but if you have a good wealth management firm, have them keep maybe 10,000 USD liquid so they can wire transfer you anywhere in an hour for emergencies. And there's nothing wrong with you stating that, Filthos, because that is absolutely 100% correct. That's a great idea. Great idea. If you guys are getting anything out of this, hit that like button for me. We want to get some likes going. Try to get the video spread around a little bit if we can. Hood Famous, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Addie says, ambulance in Thailand will ask, do you have travel insurance? If yes, you get help. If no, you're in trouble for sure. I've heard that before. Cody, what's up, Cody? Sorry I had a Philly call as soon as you went live. Okay. Stuck in Florida says, I come for 1 to 3 months and bring 1 carry-on. There you go. Hello, and Hood Famous says just 3 t-shirts, shorts, and 1 outfit for going out in case you have a fancy night. There you go. There you go. That's very plausible and doable. So pack light because you really don't need a ton of clothing or any of that stuff. And especially if you're coming to Southeast Asia where things are normally cheaper than they are in other places. I can speak definitely for Thailand. I can speak for the Philippines on that. I can in Taiwan things weren't that expensive. If you're going to South America to Peru, things aren't that expensive. Where else have I been in my life? If you're going to a tourist destination in Mexico, like Cozumel or what's the other one? Cancun, somewhere like that, you're probably gonna find higher prices. So in that case, you might not want to, you might not want to buy everything when you get there. Cody says 3 shirts. Oh wait, Tie Guy Bry says when I did my gap year of traveling in Asia, I had a backpack and clothes on my back. That's how I like to travel. Hey man, nothing wrong with that. Travel light. Travel light will save you money, time. It's efficient. The whole 9 yards. It really is. It's efficient. I like it. I like it. And yes, Robert has thrown up the Teespring store where you can go and get your Do More Life merchandise, and then you can just throw a couple Do More Life shirts in the pack and take off. Cody says 3 shirts, 2 shorts, flip flops, 1 pair of running shoes and toiletries, and some beans and cornbread. I see you with the beans and cornbread over there. Joe P says give some thumbs up. Cody says 3 something. I missed it. Addie says I don't pack. Oh, I'm going to go up to where Cody was. 3 packs of boxers too. Yes, definitely make sure you have plenty of underwear. Addie says I don't pack undies but buy in markets. I had nothing wrong with that either. Cody says my shirts would be my nice collar shirts and I would just buy t-shirts there. Of course. Get your merch at the Teespring store. Hood Famous says my first time I did a mistake and took too many clothes, sneakers, had a carry-on and a book bag. Yeah, that happened to me too. The first time I went overseas and stayed, I took nearly everything I owned. It was a mess. Stuck says I bring 2 pairs of flip-flop sandals. I wear hiking shoes so they don't take up space in my bag. That's a really good idea as well. If you can find some really comfortable hiking shoes, and they make them these days, they're very breathable. They also have a lot of traction on the end of them, or on the bottom of them, I should say. They make various kinds. I've seen them come across my feed for all kinds of stuff, all different types of shoes. So you could get 1 pair and be fine with just about anything. You could probably even wear them out to a dress casual dinner or something like that. Todd said, let's see. Filtho says, packing light. The laundry services are awesome, extremely affordable, and they fold things great for packing. So nice to come home with no laundry to do. That's true, especially if you're in Thailand. That's been my case here, or in the Philippines. It was the same way. Laundry services abroad tend to. Sorry, guys. There's an ambulance going outside. I know you guys can hear it, and I apologize. But laundry services really tend to be very good in pretty much at least in Southeast Asia. They do a very good job. Prep for it says, I have said it before, but getting off the bus in Pattaya is good. Just to jump on a motorbike taxi with only a backpack and head to the hotel or guest house. I even have a helmet with me. There you go, brother. There you go. Joe P says, if you're going to Europe, pack whatever you need. Yeah, definitely. Things are a little expensive over there. There's the PayPal link, and all contributions, of course, go to equipment and travel, and there's travel coming up. There's also, I've been shooting content all week this week. It's going to go out to channel members first to get their approval because it's a new kind of video. And I'm going to send it to them, let them tell me whether or not it's good enough to put on the main channel. And I'll put it on there. Also, we had a holiday this week on Tuesday, and during that week or during that day, I went to a place where you can stay dry during the rainy season. You can eat all the street food you want to. You can eat McDonald's if you want to. You can work out. They have a gym. You can shop 5 floors worth of shopping. You can find professional massages. You can find karaoke bars. You can literally stay at this place and do a sauna day. You can stay entertained, fed, comfortable all day long. All day long. Video coming on that pretty soon. Pretty soon. So pack light. Let's see what else we got going on here. Cody says, when is birthday in November? The 3rd. The 3rd is coming soon, brother. Addie says, my backpack was too heavy on motorbike taxi in Phuket 2005. Was holding on to not fall off backwards. Always light backpack now, guys. That's good. Cody says, I've read the chicks there like to collect U.S. made shirts as a conquest. I've heard that. November 3rd, same day as a cutie in Pattaya. We might be thinking of the same person, Stuck. I don't know. Hood Famous says, Cody, yep, they always take our t-shirts. Yes, they do. Number four, and this is important. Very, very important. I'll read these last 2 comments from Cody in Texas and Addie, and then I will. Robert says Ramadan and Fortune Town. That's not where I was, no, but that's also a place. Todd says November 3rd. Is that your birthday, Todd? Also, I don't know. Cody says they start with rating your shoes because if you can't afford good ones for you sure won't be able to afford for them either. That's true. Addie says in 2017, taxi in Bangkok took me to the wrong airport, missed my flight, had to rebook, checked with taxi by showing ticket. That reminds me, get insurance for your flights and for anything that might go wrong with your flights, like luggage, all that stuff. Oh no, mine. Yes, mine is November 3rd. Cody says November 3rd. Hopefully Chuck Norris takes over. That would be nice. Robert says, I'm going to bring it up until you go. I like that. That's okay, Robert. Keep pounding it in my head because I'm going to have some time to do some things this month and next month. So I'm really looking forward to getting out next month because next month I think I'm going to string together about 7 or 8 days of travel. Hood Famous says, Jeremy, I never got my money back for the flight in April. China Airlines refuses to give me a refund even though I paid for the insurance. Then you should call the insurance company, unless it was China Air for the insurance. Try to get a third-party insurance for these. The third party is try to get the travel insurance that has the other stuff attached to it, like your plane ticket, your traveler's insurance is what I'm saying. Get your traveler's insurance that has like your plane ticket, your anything that happens to you in the air, anything that happens when you land, stuff like that. Eddie says made so many mistakes, so never again will make bad ones so stressful. It can be. But the solution to anxiety and stress is preparation. Don't ever forget that. So prepare well, and you would be surprised at how good your trip may be. Number 4, save a little extra cash. Save a little extra cash. Okay, Todd, we'll see you, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate that, man. Save a little extra cash because you never know exactly what's going to happen. There's nothing wrong with making sure that you have a little extra cash at your disposal at some point in time during your trip, your travel abroad, wherever you may go abroad. Make sure you carry a little cash on you. We're gonna do it. You do the same, Todd, and take care of yourself, bro. But make sure to save a little cash. Now you tell me about preparation. Eddie says, yeah. So preparation, and we're going to get after these top 5 tips. We're going to get into some serious breaking Thai news. So just stand by if I were you. You're going to want to hear this stuff. It's pretty awesome. Save a little cash. That's number 4. I can't stress that enough. When I say a little cash, that's really up to you. If you take $3K for spending, cut in half in case, that could work. Hood, that could work. Now, Robert says, let's get more viewers to the chat. Share the stream and your favorite videos from DoMoreLife. Robert's plugging away, man. I love it. I love it. Get some more people in here. I want a super chat, but don't have PayPal. Well, you don't need PayPal to super chat. You can to super chat. You just hit the money button. Hood famous. Just hit the $sign. Yeah, you can sit in here. Absolutely. We will not turn away contributions. That's for sure. Just you should be able to see a little $sign at the bottom of your text, and where your text box is, and hit that and do whatever you want. Number 5, my 5th tip on traveling abroad and why this is the most necessary, in my opinion. Tip 5, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. A lot of people forget to do that. If you've done the preparation, if you have 3 plans, if you have travel insurance, if you've packed light and you've saved a little extra cash, you're going to have a good vacation. You're going to be able to enjoy yourself no matter what happens. And that's something a lot of guys forget. Ty Guy Bryce says a tip is eat where local people eat. Never had bad street food. I've had bad street food a couple times, but that's I think that was more because of my digestive system and the way it operates than anything else. Filtho says, speaking of cash, the flight that I've been watching for March jumped up another $300. It was $545 about a month ago. Now it's $1245. Book with insurance. That's what I say. Book with insurance. Robert says, let's exceed the goal this weekend. Some exciting things coming. Yes, we do have some exciting things coming, Robert. Absolutely, without doubt. And there's nothing happening right now on PayPal, but that doesn't mean there won't be. So those are essentially my 5 tips for traveling abroad, especially if you're a first-time traveler. Make sure you get the plan. Hey, there we go, Hood Famous. Thank you so much, sir. $20 there for the DoMoreLife movement. I like that. Thanks always, Jeremy, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, sir. That is very, 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 very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I really enjoy when anyone decides to spend their hard-earned money to contribute to a channel that's going to bring them more content. I'm going to bring you more content tomorrow too, but I'm going to spend the rest of today and tomorrow editing the 2 videos that I recorded. And it sounds like you only recorded 2 videos. Well, 1 video I recorded all week. So it took, I recorded at different parts of the week. So it's going to be, like I said, a little bit different style. If you want to see it, be able to be one of the first people to see it, you can sign up as a channel member. It's only $2.99 a month to be a channel member. And that's something else I meant to tell you guys. I'm also going to spend some of my time today trying to put together some pictures that I've taken recently for channel members, because one of my goals up there to give to channel members is photos, and I'm going to do my best to do that. So we're going to try to do that between now and Sunday, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully that works, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. It does not look like Saturday is going to be our big day anymore, as we only have 29 people watching right now. Unfortunately, there are other streams going on at this time around Thailand, and it's pulled away from the audience a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We have the people watching that we need to be watching, and that's what I'm concerned about. I'm looking at my phone because I want to get you guys these news. The news here. Eddie says, I'm sick of editing my audiobooks, but good editing is key to good production. But end product is enjoyable for your audience. Absolutely. And that's why it's going to take me a while to edit these things, because I just don't want to throw them together. I just don't want to throw them together. Eddie said, let's see, Robert says, become a channel member in the link or description. There's the link if you want to become a channel member, guys, and get access. There's already a couple videos up there that I haven't put on YouTube that are just for channel members, and there's photos available. There's some information available that are only available to channel members. A few behind the scenes stuff. And Roger McGee has a challenge, and I love when people have challenges. So let's see what Roger says. Roger says, if two more contribute at least $10 each, I'll contribute 20. We can do it. Hell yeah, Roger. Go. Good job, man. Roger woke up this morning. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. That's a legitimate challenge right there, man. And it's a good way to bring in a little extra something for the channel on the because I'm going to be traveling, guys. And if it means I have to go broke to travel, then I'll go broke to travel, because you guys will see that I'm traveling. And when you come back, you'll be more eager for me to make more content, I'm sure. Gordon says, live streaming has killed vlogging in a way. It kind of has. I agree with you, Gordon. But I still believe there's a place for vlogging. I also believe there's a place for live streaming, because live streaming allows for like super chats. Though you can PayPal someone at any time. But live streaming, to me, it's built my community, and it's built trust, transparency in the community. No matter what people say or do or whatever, any of that crap happens, I just keep going. And I think that blogging is, there's still a place for it. I just don't think that, I think with the live streaming, it's become, even I overused it a little bit. So I agree with you, Gordon. I agree with you. Eddie says, if I didn't edit lots in the last 5 years, I would not have 50 audiobooks. So focus on editing brings success and freedom. It does. I believe that. Stuck says, I believe there's room for both, but the interaction makes it more enjoyable for everyone. I agree with that as well, Stuck. I agree with that 100%. Prep for it says, I agree with having emergency bot. I always put it in a special envelope, brightly colored, so I don't accidentally grab it when I am inebriated beyond the capacity for rational thought. That's an excellent idea. Just make sure nobody else sees that. That would be cool. Addie says, I have a weekly production plan. So do I. But circumstances of being here in Thailand, working a 9-to-5 job, sometimes I don't always get to meet my production plan in terms of YouTube, which hopefully video and audio and being able to do stuff like this for a living is where my future is. That's what I'm planning for anyway. Cody says, I found a nice penthouse in Bangkok. I want only $2,100 a month. I don't see that happening. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. That's probably not going to happen. Oh, I think we got a PayPal. Let's see. Yes, we got a PayPal. Received. Oh, thank you so much. I won't put your name up because it's not in the chat, but this is $12. $12 super chat. I mean, not super chat, PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. Much, 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 much appreciated. We try to reach $100 a live stream. Sometimes we get there, sometimes we don't. It is what it is. Thai guy, Bri, I checked PayPal. Unless that was you. There is Stuck in Florida. Says help Jeremy get out and do more life to share with the Do More Life family. There is the PayPal link again. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys hammering this home today very much. Cody says I would even do that if it didn't involve work. I even plan out what time I'm eating and how much I'm spending. Yep, there you go, man. A plan is the key. Thai guy, Bri, I assume that was you, so thank you very much, sir. And yeah, because nothing else new has come in right now, so thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot, a whole lot. Frank Kenny says it can be difficult to do for some people, but I encourage travelers to make friends with the locals. That's an absolute must. Absolute must, in my opinion, Frank. Excellent comment. It's like unlocking a cheat code to the whole country, and it opens up. That is so true. That is so true, Frank. 100% correct. 100% correct. Good, excellent comment. Robert Mack, what's up, buddy? I know you're saying hey to Stuck, but I want to say hey to you. Prep for it says good idea. Yeah, that was a great idea, Frank. Addie says one audio book I thought would take 1 year took 4 years, but great story because of patience, persistence, never give up on your dream of retiring in Thailand, even letting go of negative people. That last part's a big one. And it needs to be done for everybody's mental health and their faction. Cody says, I think somewhere close to where you live, it's good to do most of your business with them. Yeah. I agree. You'll make friends with the locals that way. 100%. 100%. You guys understand. It is 100% going down like that. Gordon said, easiest way to make friends with the locals, be a customer. I could not agree more. I absolutely could not agree more. So let me get to the Addie says, Robert saw your video on knee recovery. Thanks, man. Ooh, I didn't see that one. So here comes some Thailand news. It was me. I'll help when I can, bro. Love this community. Thank you, Thai guy, bro. I really, genuinely appreciate that. Cody says we all even do it with people we count on for our business, whatever that may be. That's true. That's true. So the headline from Bangkok Jack News this morning read, I can't talk about what's going on downtown, but I should be able to talk about this, and I want to pull up the whole article before I start discussing it, because it sounds a little maybe, I don't want to say unreasonable, but it sounds a little different. So the headline reads, Thailand to accept Chinese tourists without queue. Don't know. It goes on to say it has hit tourism hard, and many countries expect tourists all around the world to come as soon as possible. Thailand is talking with China about a queue-free travel corridor by January to rescue its ailing tourism industry, the Bloomberg reported. So he's getting this from Bloomberg. There was also a zero this is something else I need to pass on to you guys. There was a zero tolerance policy issued today, and Integrity Legal is the one that covered this, where I got this information. Integrity Legal says that they released a it-free policy. So if one person shows up on using the special tourist visa and they acquire or they have it at some point, they are likely to dismantle the entire program. So it can be gone just like that. I just found that out this morning. Thought it was very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Robert Mack says, Eddie John, I'm glad I did it and highly recommend it if someone has a good doctor. Let's see. Stuck in Florida says, fix something on or around their home and share some food with them, and you have a friend for life. More practical in the villages, but can help people wherever you are. You're right. Stuck in Florida. You're 100% correct. Cody says, in my opinion, that's when you know they've went broke. For the business. Yeah, I understand. Eddie John says, Australia is now accepting New Zealand tourists. Interesting. Very good information to pass along. Thank you. Only country accepting U.S. residents is basically Mexico right now. that doesn't surprise me. Okay, Stuck in Florida is doing his thing. Gordon Zalive says, several locals have told me that normal travel resumes in January 2021. If it doesn't, things could get ugly. And, well, it's not looking good down in your area anyway, Gordon. I've been reading some instances of, for lack of a better term, violence that's been going on down there. And it's not involved with expats or people like that. It's just involved with mostly locals, which is kind of strange because usually I guess that could be the case. Addie says, I will still follow. I know what he's saying. He's saying that on these tour guides that come to like Walking Street or other places around Pattaya or anywhere really, they could, in other cities, they wear these, or they carry these long, really tall, flimsy flags. They have the flags at the top, and the flags at the top wave back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they're usually have red flags on top of them, and that's what he's talking about. He's like, I'm just going to fit into this group right here. I'm going to fit into this travel group and act like nobody knows I'm here. I think we talked about that on the last live stream. That was pretty cool. So yeah, it's the information that I gave you guys earlier today about my top 5 tips. I'll probably come up with 5 more tips at some point in time, but those are 5 tips that are sustainable, that are doable. They're definitely doable, and should be considered when you decide to travel abroad, no matter where that abroad may be. Specifically here in Ty Guy says, I've already done that. He's talking about following the travel line, as I call it. So basically what happens, good doable tips. Thanks, Brett Ford. I appreciate that. Basically what he's talking about is so that everybody completely understands what I'm saying, and especially if you're new to the channel. So like a tour bus will offload all its people, and they'll usually be all Chinese, for whatever reason, their tour package or whatever. And they'll have one tour guide leader who is familiar with the area. And that tour guide, so that nobody gets lost from the group, will carry a long standing flag. Okay, very long, and it's flimsy on top, so it bends back and forth. And it's got that's actually the pole, and then the flag is on top. Okay, so the flag on top signifies what group they're in. So, like, one will have red, one will have green, one will have orange, and they'll know what bus to get back on because they'll follow their tour guide to that area. That's kind of how the packages work. Sometimes I play on my phone YouTube song. I will follow. I hear you, Eddie. I hear you. Some other things that I noticed earlier in the week in terms of news that I thought I would share with you guys would be, let me hit my flag only button here. Here was there was a incident, in case you guys didn't know, in Thailand, where a train struck a tour bus, and that just was not good. Robert says, let's hit the channel fun goal for today and this weekend. Also the challenge. Yeah, Roger's got a challenge going. There's the PayPal link, and we can do it. We only have 30 people in here. We made, just so you guys understand why we don't get discouraged about making goals or not making goals in terms of monetary situations, is because we had less than 35 people in here one day and made over $600. So it's not the amount of people that are in here, it's who's in here and who wants to contribute, who appreciates the content enough to make sure that the channel keeps growing and keeps doing its thing. That's not to throw a guilt trip on anybody. That's not what I meant. So don't take that the wrong way, because one way or the other, we're still going to travel. We're still going to get out. I'm just limited by my work process right now. Robert Mack says, I heard about the bus. Yeah. It was sad, man. It was very, very sad. There was, let me see if I can get out of all the protest stuff. Yeah, so in Bangkok, which is where the area where Pattaya is generally, well, it is in, to the best of my knowledge. There's a headline that came up. One person no longer with us. Two were injured after a pickup truck collides with motorbikes in Bangkok. I want to tell you that I've been driving in the rain on an NMAX. Okay. And driving in the rain on an NMAX in Bangkok traffic is probably more scary than when I went up in the basket and watched Chuck do his bungee jump. I was scared for him, but it's a little bit terrifying. And I'm gonna put I've got an old GoPro. I'd love to get a new one, but that's not happening right now. So I got an old GoPro, and I think I'm going to put it on my helmet and ride around during the rain for you guys, so you can see what it's really like. at the same time, I don't want the lens to constantly get wet, and then you won't be able to see anything. So maybe what I'll do is wait till after it rains and you can see the road slick. Like yesterday, I was coming home from work and it had been raining for about, I don't know, 30 minutes, and there was 2 wrecks on the way home from work. It was weird. Eddie says small minibus in Jomtien in 2017 hit gas bottles big. Ooh, that is big. Gordon says white knuckle riding when it rains. Absolutely. I have the 7, Robert. I have the 7. And they just came out with the 9, and I actually like that camera very well. I think it's a bit overpriced right now, but I think that the camera itself, from all the tests I've seen, it looks good. It does. It looks good. Prep for it says, "Hey Jeremy, just a question. If I watch your channel on a smart TV, does it count as a view on your end?" That's a good question. It should. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but that's a really good question. That's a Google question right there, Prep for it. Google that question and find out and see what it says. Okay, stuck in Florida says yes. And I'm sure he would know. So that's a good thing. Very good thing. Watch it on smart TV, watch it on phone, doesn't matter to me. I want to get the content out there so that the people are, in fact, able to get the information. And that's what I've come down to here. I've come down to a person that just wants to give information, and I want to make sure that you have all the information, and I want to document more than I create. So when I go places and when I do things, I want to document, which is exactly what I did this week. I'm very interested to see what my channel members have to say about the video. I'm going to piece it together a little bit later today, and we'll likely put it up. Problem is you can only post 3 times a day on YouTube. So I posted to my members this morning. This video will be a post, and then tomorrow morning's live stream will also be a post. I already have a topic for tomorrow. I think that we'll be in good shape with our topic tomorrow. That will be a good live stream. But I'm going to go on for quite some time today because I have a maid coming at 2, and until then, I really don't have anything to do. So I really want to see if the channel can generate any contributions, and see what I just want to see what happens if I have a longer live stream. Whoa, dude! Whoa! I don't know who you are, and I'll cover your name up, but that is $30, $30 right there. Challenge met, Roger. Thank you so much to whoever you are. I really genuinely appreciate that, man. That's a lot of money, and I really appreciate that. We are 30, 45, so we're 45 in, 55 away from the current goal, but if we exceed that, that's fine too. So thank you so much. Whoever sent that, thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. Large sum, very large sum of money. I'm glad you enjoyed the content, whoever sent it. Eddie says, was too chicken to go on bungee in Bali, too scary. Yeah, me too. I can't do it because of my heart. Gordon says, I've been on a quest to find a high quality raincoat. Not easy. It's not easy over here. In fact, the poncho that I have, the big poncho that I have, it comes from the Philippines. I brought it with me when I bought it in the Philippines because I can't find anything over here to match the size of that thing. Stuck in Florida says a thumbs up and a comment count more for algorithms than a view. So hit the like button, everyone, and chat away. You are correct, Stuck in Florida. You are absolutely correct. A thumbs up and a comment count more for the algorithm. That's 100% true, man. That's 100% true. I'm glad somebody else knows that. I think we have another PayPal coming in. Boom. 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 Roger keeping his word right here with $20. $20. Roger, you are the man. See, this is how we make it work with a small number of people. Okay. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is how small contributions. If everybody contributed $5, then we had 20 people in the chat, we'd have $100. So that's how we make it work. Roger, thank you so much, man. I really genuinely appreciate that, bro. So that makes 45 and 20 is 65. No, not 65. Yeah, 65. So 35 away from our typical goal, and we're going to see if we can just push through that and go into the weekend and go tomorrow and see what happens there. You're right, Stuck. Thumbs up matters, so make sure you've hit that thumbs up button if you're in here. I appreciate it. And yeah, be sure to comment on the video. Comment away in the live chat, and also when the video is over, leave a comment about what you thought. Leave a comment about what you thought was right, what you thought was wrong, what you thought could be improved. Leave a thought about if you liked everything. Say I liked everything. If there was everything but one thing you didn't like, say that. It helps me when I read these comments. It really, really, really helps me. It helps me determine what I'm going to do next. And, you know, I'm here because I want to be. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. But I can't do it by myself yet at this point. That's why we have the travel fund. And one thing about I call it the channel fund now because we want to make sure everybody understands the encompassing of equipment and stuff. Like this light, for example, that I'm using, this LED light. With the stand and everything else that comes with it, I think it came to like 300 baht. Okay, so we spent $10 of the channel fund, basically on a light, which I think has helped tremendously with the lighting problem we had. Okay. Yes, please read Stuck's comment again. I wish I could highlight that comment somehow. Is there a way I can do that? Let me see. Pin. I can pin it. Let's try to pin it and see what happens. Yes, there it is. I pinned it. Ha! That was such a good comment, Stuck. Addie says, I love jumping on my motorbike in Jomtien and look for a remote beach for myself. You can do that in the Jomtien Pattaya area. Pattaya. You can definitely do that. And that is in Thailand. That is in Thailand. So if you're looking for places to go abroad, to travel abroad, first thing you got to do now these days, this is actually something I left out, is check the status of your entry. Like, can you get in first? That would be the first thing you need to check. Stuck says, I pinched a nerve last time I bungee jumped. I'm not sure I want to try it again. I don't blame you, man. I just can't. There's no way. There's no way I could do it. I want to do it. Stuff like that is like stuff that I want to do, right? That's bungee jumping and things like that are like really cool things that I would be able to do if it weren't for my freaking heart. So I wish I could do stuff like that more often. I may try it anyway. I mean, worst thing that can happen is maybe I get resuscitated. Ty Guy Brow says, at Stuck, I pinch a nerve watching other people do it. That's funny. That's very, very funny. More breaking news for you guys that I was talking about. I can't talk about what's going on in downtown Bangkok. So there was some bad things that happened in Pattaya or in the Bangkok area last week that I think was. You guys can check it out yourself. I don't think I can talk about it on YouTube, but it really, really comes down to, in my opinion, I think people are broke, and I think they are looking for any way they can to survive. And that's like, not sure if I want to. Do you want to go down there right now? I'm not sure. It says Pattaya to hold the colorful Eastern food and music fest next weekend, which is this weekend, I think, to boost domestic tourism. Right now, the only problem with that is it's raining everywhere. Joe's still here, and Philthos, he says, if I tried to bungee jump, I'd have trouble pinching off something other than nerve. Stuck in Florida says skydiving is one of my favorite things to do. I love the feeling when I'm falling. Here is my number one thing about that feeling of falling. Number one, it does bad things in my chest, which I don't like. The last time that I had a true hypertensive episode where they had to like put the paddles on me I was at Carowinds, which is a place it's like a roller coaster park and water park, like what's those thing, 5 something? Can't think of them right now. Anyway, it's like one of those places, and I went to on a ride called Drop Zone. So it takes you up, 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 way up, and then it just drops you about I think 150 feet, and break just stops. And after I got off that ride, my head was swimming a little bit, and I was moving around, and I was like, I just don't feel right. And then I woke up, I guess, about 20 or 30 minutes later. I'm not sure. My cousin was with me, and he was very concerned. Eddie says, been researching SEO, more traffic to my website, learning a lot. So have I. Eddie, so have I. It is a more dangerous world now, so more aware now. That's true. Six Flags, that's it, Stuck. That's what I was trying to say. It was a place like Six Flags, and I got on that ride, and I was Eddie says, went on a roller coaster in Dallas, Texas, was awesome. I used to love to ride roller coasters. I remember when they put in this roller coaster at the same place I'm talking about. You been to Carowinds, Stuck? Awesome, dude. Well, they had a ride there. Maybe you know this. I don't know when it was you went, but they put in. That's my saying too, Cody. I'm never jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. But they had this ride called Top Gun, like the movie Top Gun, and you get on it, and you're hanging, like you're sitting, and the roller coaster tracks are above you. Man, it was the most fun I ever had, going upside down, going through these loops, going in and out, doing just all kinds of stuff, right? And I thought it was just great. And then I got off, and I was having problems walking, and that was the first time that I ever had to have an EKG done. So it just doesn't work for me. Cody says, Dungeon Drop at Astro World took 2 years off my life. Hashtag never again. That's funny. Some of these rides and some of these places, man, they will definitely influence how you feel about life in certain aspects. Gordon says, funny how people will pay money and line up for an hour so they can vomit on a ride. I know, right? That's when you and these are people that many of them traveled abroad to come to these places. Like they would travel from out of state, I don't think anybody would travel internationally to go to Carowinds, but they would do other things. Like they would travel from a state in the U.S. to go to. Carowinds is actually on the border of North and South Carolina, right below Charlotte, close to Fort Mill. So that's what's going on there. Jafar, hello, welcome. He says, I just wanted to say I love your videos, man. I learned a lot about Thailand from you. I was thinking, could a make what to bring on your first trip to Thailand, like a single man guide to Thailand? Sure, I've already got those videos up. You're welcome to just search for them in the search box, but I can make another one. It's not a problem. Those videos do exist, and you are more than welcome to watch those, or we can make another one. Just let us know. Leave a comment on the video somewhere that I'll find, and let me know if you want me to make another one, or not. Don't worry about the typo, man. We're used to it. No problem. Cody says it would take Jessica Alba and the thong to change this. You and Jessica Alba, I'm telling you, man. Hey, I don't blame you. I used to have a thing for her too. It happens. Lyle says mine too stuck. Hey Lyle, it's good to see you, man. Cody says I did a wooden coaster. Those actually hurt. I did a wooden coaster too. I can't remember the Gold Rush at Carowinds. That's what it was called, the Gold Rush. It was a wooden coaster, and it just boom, 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 back and back. They also had a ride called Thunder Road at Carowinds, and it was just a big. I'm gonna take you up to the. It's like a 200-foot drop, man, and it just drops you straight down, and then you come out of it, and that's basically the whole ride. Then you just take a high-speed turn to the left, and you can come back through. One of the most exhilarating experiences ever, because they have one coaster that goes with you setting forward and one with you setting back. I did both front and back. This was back before I had any problems going on, and I was like, "Holy crap, man! This is wow. It was a lot of fun." Eddie says women in Texas have 100,000 limit for credit cards. Parents pay for it. So much money in Dallas. The new Cowboys Stadium 2009 huge. Hey, Bangkok Warrior, good to see you, man. People actually pay to get sick on a ride. I know. That's what that's what some of us were talking about. And I wanted to thank Roger and Stuck and Robert. Robert's been pushing hard. He may be having internet problems again. Oh no, there he is, for keeping the PayPal push going. So thank you guys for that, and thank to Hood Famous, who made a generous super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys that have monetarily contributed today already. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. We appreciate it very much. And when I say we, I mean the DoMoreLife family. We appreciate it. Stuck in Florida says lots of people come to Florida for their amusement parks. Yes, they do. I've heard. My dad is in Florida right now. In fact, I'm not exactly sure where you live, Stuck, but I think he's pretty close to where you live. If memory serves me correct. Or I could be thinking about Jim. I can't remember. But he's there in Florida now and loves it. He's just having a blast in retirement, and I'm so happy for him. I couldn't be more happy for him. Addie says, thongs in Australia are plastic shoes. I like that. Robert says, I like the two-state theme park. The two-state theme park? Not sure, unless you're talking about Carowinds, like I was. Cody says, I like water parks more in my old age than coaster rides. Yeah, most people do. This place, Carowinds, had some coaster rides that, or had some water rides that were more scary than the roller coasters. Really, to be honest with you, I was like, woo. It was a little chipper. Oh, there's the PayPal link. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you throwing that up. Roger had a challenge out, and he met that challenge. So appreciate him. Stuck, and appreciate everybody that contributes, of course. Stuck said the front seat is exciting when going over the top of the back seat has more whip action. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. I personally was a front seat rider when I used to ride roller coasters and stuff. So that was me. Robert's still having internet problems. It's all right, man. Just keep doing your thing. You're doing great. Eddie says, yes, water parks are more fun. Subjective, but hey, if you believe they are, that's cool. I think Wahin has a new water park. That may be true. I haven't seen it, but very well may be true. Hood Famous says, I will play Lotto every day. If I win, I definitely will make a nice dono and leave to Thailand. Okay, bro. That sounds good. Sounds very good. Very good. No problem there. Cody says, last time at Disneyland, I got to ride and the bee from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It was a stationary ride. Oh, Robert said I was talking about that park. Okay, that's cool. He was talking about Carowinds, which is awesome. Hey, I have a question, Roger. Who is Teacher Tommy? Cody says, last time at Disneyland, I got to ride the bee from Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. I read that, didn't I? Lyle says, where does Stuck live? That's probably Stuck's information that he won't give out, I imagine. Cody says, Disney World, Florida. I mean, gotcha. Roger says, to Teacher Tommy, if you have one $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies, how much money do you have? He replied, Tommy broke. I think that's a joke. Bangkok Warrior said the only water ride I want is a slow ride on a cruise ship. Hey man, I'm all down for the cruise. We talked about that last week. We may have something in from PayPal here. Let's see, guys. Wow. My man, I'll cover up your name. But love and thank you for the 20 right there. That puts us at 85 for today. 100 for the goal, and anything over that is for the win. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for your contribution, especially with the few viewers we have today. Hopefully we'll have more tomorrow, but it is what it is. Prep for it says, hey Jeremy, please look for hawthorn tea. It's a top herb for strengthening the heart and balancing blood pressure. Hang on, let me take a picture of that. Picture of that right now. But thank you very much to the person that just sent that 20. I really appreciate that. Let me make sure I circle your comment, prep for it. Because, well, I'll see it. Because I'm big into tea now. So, tea's kind of my thing. And I love drinking different kinds of tea. Eddie says, was in Disneyland in 1988, age 21. I sat on Minnie Mouse's lap. Nothing wrong with that. That's all good. Stuck says, North Florida Street, Augustine area. Wow. Oh, there you go. 20 past 4 says, what's up, guys? Hello to you. Lyle says, I live near Lakeland. Lakeland. I've heard of Lakeland. I can't remember where. Cody says, I like the lazy rivers at water parks and nap with it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's for sure. A good lazy river ride after a day of just being beaten up by different things on the water park. It's pretty good pretty good relaxation there. If you hadn't hit the thumbs up button yet, guys, please be sure and do that. I greatly appreciate it. Addie says Disneyland is so big. Was there a whole day? Only saw a quarter of it. I heard Disneyland was big. I never got to go, but I heard it was big. Stuck says, wow, I've lived in a few places in Florida, including Punta Gorda. Cool. Robert Mack says, only ride I want is an airplane ride to Thailand. I know plenty of people probably share your position there, Robert. I'm pretty sure they do. Eddie says Disneyland LA car park is massive. I imagine it would be, although I'm not sure if it would be today. At this time, I'm not sure. Cody says, when you are 14, Disney World is like a dream vacation. When you're 44, it's like this place is too hot. And Mouse and Rabbit look fake in these costumes. I understand. I understand completely. I understand why it would look that way, too. Ty Guy Bryce says, guys, try Ramayana Water Park in Bangsar, Pattaya? You mean Bang Na or Bang Su? Maybe? I'm not sure. Amazing place. But he's talking about, I know the water park you're talking about. I've actually been by there and taken some pictures of it before in a long time. Or a long time ago, I should say. Stuck says, Addie John, I bet the one in Orlando Disney World is about a mile from back to front. Wow, that's pretty big. Addie says, best entertainment is watching two Russian tourist women try and ride a motorbike. So, that may be funny. I don't know. I haven't really said that before. Robert says it is right below Orlando. Orange County is my home. Okay, there you go, Robert. Joe P, Tampa here. So a lot of Florida people involved in the DoMoreLife family here. That's pretty cool, man. I like that. Very much like that. Stuck in Florida says my grandparents lived about 5 miles from Disney World. We used to go every summer, pretty much. That would be awesome. We didn't really take summer vacations when I was young, but that's okay. I'll take them now. Robert, thanks for throwing up that PayPal link. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll get, let's see, we got 85, so we need $15 to hit the daily goal, right? Yep, $15 to hit the daily goal. Eddie says wait, I don't want to miss anything. Oh, Cody says, long ago we used to go to a bar when it rained that had a giant pothole in the street in front of it. Watching the cars bounce in and out was so much fun. Now, I've done some stuff like that before, Cody. I've definitely done some stuff like that. Robert N says, a lot of Florida here. Yes, there is. Addie says, we had our Aussie track suits on for soccer at Disneyland, got surrounded by American women, Aussie accents. Yeah, I know they do. They are very intriguing to the women, at least as far as I can tell anyway. Stuck in Florida says, Joe P, when I lived in Punta Gorda, Tampa was my party spot. Tampa was the party spot. The only cruise I've ever been on, I think I told you guys this, sailed out of Tampa Bay. So I got to see just a little bit of Tampa. And I was pretty happy about that. Let's see. Stuck said, wait, hang on. There's a PayPal link. Thank you, Robert. Cody says, I'd live in Tampa if I could. Yeah, I'd probably live somewhere in Florida if I ever came back to the States myself. A lot of Florida people go to Thailand, I've noticed. That's true. That seems to be a pretty good back and forth there. Robert says, Cody in Texas, would you miss the barbecue and steak? Good question. Good question. Stuck says my grandparents would pay for me and my sister to ride a bus to Orlando. Otherwise, it would have never happened. Oh man, that's awesome though. Really, I mean that you had that continuous. That really at that age, at a young age, that's a travel experience. That's a travel experience. I wouldn't call it traveling abroad, but I would definitely call it a travel experience for sure. And I think stuff like that is very important. You guys chat it out for 1 second. I got to have a refill of Coca-Cola. I'll be right back. All right, where were we? That was Coke, by the way, just so you know. Addie says taxi driver in LA said I will take you to Cardboard City at night. We thought would be houses, but homeless sleeping in cardboard boxes in '88. Never forget it. Yeah, man. It's always sad when circumstances like that arise. Always. Hood Famous says, my father lives in Orlando. He's been bugging me to take him to Thailand. He's single and 56. Well, he would fit right in. He would certainly fit right in. Hood Famous certainly fit right in. I'm going to lose him to a Thai girl. You might. You definitely might. Once he travels abroad, I'm telling you, man, traveling abroad does things to you that you just don't think will happen. It opens your eyes. It shows you some of the very best in people, and it also shows you some of the just bottom feeding, worst humans that you'll ever run into. So, you really get to see a good evaluation of what a different culture may be like, or a different place may be like. And I think that's important. I think traveling abroad is important. It's good to travel abroad and to have a plan when you do travel, as we discussed earlier in this video. Eddie says Tampa love their pirate ships, history of pirates in Tampa history, pirate ship in sports stadium. Robert says Hood Famous, get him to Thailand. Yeah, absolutely. Get him to Thailand. Stuck says Hood Famous, I'm almost his age. You should make sure he goes. Yeah, definitely, because no regrets is kind of the policy we go by. And that's what we want to try to do, is have no regrets. Take him to Thailand. Eddie says Sydney is same poverty. Cody says I worked from Pensacola to Tampa years ago. Tried to move there, but then the wife didn't want to leave her parents. Montelli, what's up, man? I got your message, but I just couldn't read it yet because I just went live. Traveling abroad makes you never want an American. That's funny. That's funny. There may be some truth to that. I'm not sure. But that's definitely funny. And hit the thumbs up button, by the way. Hood Famous says, that's my dream to start traveling, especially at 50 when I'm more settled. That's awesome, dude. Filtho says, Thailand gave a whole new meaning to me of traveling abroad. And traveling abroad is something that I've learned to love. I just unfortunately still have to work while I'm abroad. Prep for it says, Hood Famous, tell your dad to hide 90% of his savings in maybe the Cayman Islands before he meets any girl there. I like that, Prep for it. Eddie says, Tampa, same as Pattaya, hot. I believe that. Stuck says, he's talking about Telly. He says, you sound like you have some experience in this. Yes. I'm sure he does. Did you see his last live stream? It was I think he called it the Filipino Circle of Money, or something like that. It was Montelli at his finest. That's what he does. um, Hood Famous says, Prep, yes, I will have to manage his spending first time. Oh yeah, definitely manage his spending. Definitely and explain to him why he can't spend whatever it is that he really, really, really wants to spend. Joe P says, expat or immigrant, what do you consider yourself? I call myself an expat, but really I'm an immigrant. I fit both definitions because I live and work here, so I've immigrated, but I've not I'm not a permanent resident or anything, so you can't call me a real immigrant. Like I don't fit into the social security system of Thailand or anything like that. So that's why I tend to call myself an expat. Like to be an immigrant, like if you go to America, you get health care and social security and all that stuff pretty quickly and easily for the most part. Now I'm not talking politics. This is not has nothing to do with politics. I'm just saying most immigrants that come to America are able to get health care and get citizenship and be able to qualify for Social Security and if they need it, Medicare, Medicaid, whatever the case may be. And they're able to do that in a reasonably concise manner. I won't say it's easy because I have plenty of friends that have become citizens through the proper channels, and they've all told me how difficult it was. But at the same time, it still seems to be a little easier than a place like Thailand. So that's just my thought on it. I consider myself an expat. Where was I? I agree. Steve says, Robert. Cody says, I'm done with American chicks. Same reason as most of you. Stuck says, Addie, you lie, Cody. You know when your neighbor comes over, you're not done with American chicks. Whatever, man. Stuck in Florida says, Addie John, many hot women in Tampa also. I imagine so. Florida's full of them. Addie says, done with Aussie chicks. Big mouths. Well, that. I think that could qualify again. I mean, that's up to you to call it out, but I think that could qualify for several countries. Good God, almost sounded like a train. Gordon's Alive says, at Joe, you really can't be an immigrant in Thailand. You are always a visitor. That is true, Gordon, because even our visas, our long stay visas, are non-immigrant visas. So when you say like non-B or non-O, that non means non-immigrant. That's a good point, Gordon. Thank you for bringing that to my attention because I really didn't see that, but I really didn't think about that before. Hood Famous says, Asian ladies, it's what I want, but here in New York City, they love Range Rovers. Yeah, I can understand. And if you're in a place like Bangkok, they're probably going to love Range Rovers too. So you just have to kind of be prepared to be like, you know what? I mean, don't settle for anything you don't want, but you can find some really good women here. That's for sure. Eddie says, I partied with lots of Tampa chicks, got kicked out of many pubs and clubs in 2009. It happens. Hood Famous is very interesting. You're only a immigrant if you come to USA, but abroad you're an expat. Sounds better. I don't. No, you're. Let me reword that because I don't want people thinking that that's what I'm saying. You can go to the USA as an expat. I'm talking about people that come in if you go to the USA as an expat, You would be somebody that was like there on a tourist visa or on some kind of long stay visa, maybe. I'm talking about the people that want to become citizens or that immigrate to USA and start working and that kind of thing, which is kind of the same thing we do over here. It's a little different though, which is why the distinction I feel is made between an expat and an immigrant. And yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to what you said. I think there's people are called different things in different regions of the world. I, I would call somebody that I saw in the USA, whether they were a citizen or not, I would call them an immigrant and mean no harm in any way by it. So, you know, um, but you do have a good point. Stuck in Florida says, I watched Montelli's last live stream. Always entertaining. Always entertaining. He does have an entertaining channel, and it's it's good. It's good. It's really really good. I got to catch up on these comments. Let's see. Cody says I was in a near Tampa, and my buddy jumped on stage. I had to tell him you're not in Okinawa anymore, bud. That's good. Filtho says Thailand doesn't grant citizenship, so I don't think you can technically immigrate there. It's my understanding that you can get a permanent residence card, which is like a green card in America, and I believe there is a way. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I don't know enough about citizenship in Thailand to discuss that with you, Philthos, at this point. So we'll leave that open. The only thing I do know is that you can get a permanent residency card, which is it's kind of like citizenship. It's equivalent to a green card in America. Robert says, hit the like button. Yes, everybody make sure they hit the like button. Hood says, Cody is the man. Yes, he is. Joe P says, most us can't call themselves immigrant. That's also a good point, a fair point. Addie says, Dallas has great discos with lots of Russian chicks. Wait, I don't know what it is with you and Russians, man, but it's all good. Montelli says, wait until you met a couple of 60 to 65-year-olds. There's an eye opener for you. You got a good point there, brother. Eddie says, Dallas has great rock and roll venues. I've never been to Dallas, but I've heard that before. Robert says, contribute to the channel travel fund or just the channel fund itself at the PayPal link. And we are only $15 away from our live stream goal today. So if you are interested, 3 of you could kick in 5, or one could just knock it out with 15. And we would have today's goal. I would make me a very, very happy person. The Buddy Show. Did you change your name, Buddy? Yeah, okay. What's up, Jeremy? New channel, same name. Still great here in Guadalajara. I've been reading about Guadalajara, so you and I are going to be having a conversation sometime in the near future. Where was I? Ty Guy Bryce says, I find Western women are not worth the hassle. Always love Asian women. In many cases, I think that's a fair point. I think that's a fair point. And I think there's also a lot of truth to that. A lot of truth to that in many ways. I find I find particularly here in Thailand. So if you want to travel abroad and you're looking for a girl, then you may want to consider Thailand, because Thailand, the girls here, number one, the vast majority are, especially if you're in a big city, are educated. They're also very I think it's Mai Pin Rai. Did I say that right? Or Sabai Sabai. It takes a lot to get them flustered. Most of them. I have met some that it didn't take a lot. But Thailand's a good choice if you want to move abroad and potentially meet a partner. Hood Famous says, I totally understand. Oh, Robert says, Thai guy, bro, I agree. Hood Famous says, I totally understand also. Stuck in Florida, I'm fortunate I have 2 FTF and neither one want a relationship, at least not with me. Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that one alone. Addie says, been to USA, UK, Europe, but give me Thailand any day. Glad I'm leaving Australia again. Freedom. I hear you, brother. Steve Perrin. Welcome, Steve. He is going to say, Philtos, not entirely true. Approximately 100 Thai citizenships granted each year. Very rare and difficult, but possible. That's what I thought. But again, I'm still not going to make a distinction or put myself out there making a distinction on that until I've done my research. But I think you have a good point, Steve. And I also think Philthos had a good point, too, because a lot of people get confused about Thai citizenships. I do know that they're very, very hard to get from what I've heard. And I also want to be sure that, in fact, everyone has the opportunity to qualify for that citizenship before I say, hey, guys, you can get a citizenship in Thailand. So it's just being careful. Cody says, have you seen more tourists since the 9-month visa started? Website says $1,200 a month can get them. Well, they haven't started yet, Cody. There was a oopsie made by somebody, and so the first wave didn't get to come in. But as I discussed earlier in the news portion, they were talking about letting the Chinese tourists come in without queue, and that's Thailand's decision. I assume they're prepared for it. Chrissy says hello again from Michigan. Hey, Chris. On another topic, are there other cities in Thailand that you would like to live in? Yeah, there's a few that I want to live. Well, I don't know if I want to live there, but I definitely want to travel there. I want to see Chiang Mai. I want to visit the island of Phuket, and I want to do the Krabi and Samui, and I want to go to Koh Chang. Also, there are some places up north, some smaller cities, almost villages, that I really look forward to visiting and learning about. So hopefully that I can find a good place to live and hopefully retire in Thailand. That would be sweet. That would be super sweet. Where did Hood's comment go? Wow, I'm way behind. Hang on. Hood Famous says, my cousin from Dominican Republic went to Canada with his baseball team, and the night before they left, the coach couldn't find him in his hotel room. Yeah, Guadalajara, I got your typo there, no problem, man. Addie says, always answer back. So I'm not sure I understand that one, but okay. Hood Paper says he has happily married here in USA. Gotcha. He still needs to go to Thailand one time or to a country abroad if he's never been. Gordon says that Steve Perrin, I know one of these citizens. Montelli, thank you very much for the $15 super chat. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Really appreciate that super chat. But just so that you guys know that are interested in the goals, we always do the PayPals. And not to take anything away from Montelli's super chat there. That's a large sum of money, and I appreciate it. But we do the PayPals because YouTube takes a large cut of the super chats. So we're still looking for 15 on PayPal. And once we get that, then we'll continue talking, or we'll shut her down for today and wait until tomorrow. Got another topic for you tomorrow. I think it'll be good. Hood thing, but thank you, Steve. I really appreciate that, bro. Really appreciate it. Cody says, I just need some entanglements. Entanglements? Entanglements. The Buddy Show says, have me on, dude. Sure, I can set up a stream that will allow you to come on at some point, which is be StreamYards. Yeah, we can do it through StreamYards. Bangkok Warrior says, I believe if you are a Thai born outside of Thailand but want to return to Thailand to live, the government will grant you citizenship. Depends on your circumstances. I think you're right. Addie John says, we left our soccer coach behind in Tampa Club for more pizza. That's so fun. 20 past 4 says, fair point indeed. Robert says, yes. Cody in Texas, I found out at about 18 I couldn't act like a goofball around Asian women. They like fun, but to be serious and straightforward or they won't deal with you. That is so true. You really can't be like just a straight up goofball like you can with some other cultures. But and again, it's not taking anything away from Thailand or anywhere else. It's just a difference in cultures, and sometimes you can get away with the goofballness, and sometimes you can't. So it depends on the culture, and it's good that you know that, Cody, because you're right. Stuck in Florida says the Buddy Show is Lolita's still open. Oh, he's talking about something in Guadalajara. I got you, man. Addie says, I am treated like a king in Thailand. They feed me. Never had that experience before in 2005. Age 38. Wow. And I agree. The Thais are not going to let you go hungry, or especially if you made friends with them. They're not going to let you go. They're really going to take care of you, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Hood Famous says, taking notes, Cody. I like that. Addie's been treated like a king by the Thai ladies. Philtho says, interesting. Thanks for the citizenship info. Of course, that's what we do here. We can have difference of opinion or scene. Steve Montelli says the drama is about to explode. I assume that includes me because I haven't done anything, but usually the drama explodes around me. Whatever, we don't. We'll deal with it. Do I need to read your message right now, Montelli? Hang on, let me read Montelli's message real quick. Montelli, was that you writing that message, or was that a message from a person? I need to know the answer to that question. Maybe we'll have to talk about that offline. That's very interesting. Let's see. But thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate that. Stuck in Florida says, Hood Famous, if you're under 50, it's an easier way to get a visa, but most of them are not going to want to leave their country, and if they do, they'll probably want to come home soon. That's so true, especially in Thailand. I don't know how it is in other parts, with the exception of the Philippines. In the Philippines, most of those girls, this has been my experience, most of them want to go outside the Philippines. They want to go live wherever you live or whatever. But in Thailand, most of them want to come back to Thailand. They might go out for a little while, but ultimately they're going to want to come back to Thailand. If you hadn't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And let's see. Hood Famous says, yeah, Cody, right. I think it's better to settle down over there. Steve says, not too difficult to get a Thai ID card, but it doesn't mean you're a Thai citizen. That's why confusion arises. Not too difficult to get a Thai ID card, but that doesn't mean you're a Thai citizen. Like, confused, right? That's interesting too. I don't know about the Thai ID card. How easy that is to get. I'm not sure. Is that like when you get a permanent residence thing? Is that what happens? Because I'm not 100% sure on that. Hood Famous says, totally agree, Stuck. I think they would get bored here fast. LOL. Stuck says, Hood Famous, they miss their family, and it's not normal in their culture to travel abroad like Filipinos. Very good point. Very good point. Addie said, my ex-girlfriend is in Pakistan, not going to cause, don't want to deal with her parents. I love my freedom too much. So John 10, here I come. There you go, man. John 10's where it's at for you. Montelli says it's long. Okay. Let's see. Cody says, Thais, I'll take care of you in a vid by Derico. He was walking around. I thought that was our last $15. He said, a vid by Derico was walking around asking for food with no money, and they still gave it to him. Then he would give them 500 baht for 20 baht fruit to thank them. Oh, that's a back and forth between you and someone else. No, but did you write what I read? That's one. Well, hang on, I can tell you real quick. I mean, I can figure it out real quick. Let's see. So you wrote it. Okay. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, it'll be fun to watch. That's for sure. In the background. I'm just not going to get involved in it for any reason. Cody says, I read that. 500 baht for 20 baht fruit to thank them. That's awesome. Addie says, sat at a table and eat with 6 Thai ladies. Wonderful experience. And yes, that would be a wonderful experience. I agree. Stuck in Florida says, Montelli, I checked out your new release and the community tab. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out too. Hood Famous says, yep, Stuck, so true. A lot of people tell me same also. I think it's best, the best way. Gord's Alive says, Cody, doing charitable acts with a camera is not charity. It is self-promotion. Charitable acts with a camera is not charitable. Oh, I think you kind of mean like if you do something charitable and then you tell everybody you did something charitable. Yeah, I kind of understand that point. Cody says, Gordon, I know, but it was just emphasizing ties, not him. Gotcha. Robert, yes, there's a PayPal link, and if we can fill that $15 slot, we will have a great day today. If we can fill that $15 with PayPal, then we will have a good day on Super Chats, and we will have a good day on PayPal, and a good day on content, which is the most important, of course. Because this video got off to a good start and it has remained going and going and going. And I hope tomorrow's video does the same thing, because there's going to be videos coming out that it's taken me a week to put together sometime next week. 20 past 4 says, Addie, have you been to Thailand before? I can tell you, I already tell you, yes, yes. Cody says, Gordon, I know, but I was just emphasizing not him. I read that. Hood says, we will be all old one day and settled with the family, and we will, and we all will have a beer together and say, do more life. That's right, man. That's right. We definitely will. I won't have a beer, but you guys will. Eddie says several times, last 15 years, returned in Jump 10 2017. Oh, Montelli said he answered somebody else. Okay, cool. Thai guy Brian, my stepmom is Thai and has lived in Germany and the UK with my dad, but wants to move back to Thailand. My girlfriend misses Thailand, but loves the UK. Yep. That's usually what you're going to find, man. That's usually what you're going to find. Hood says, Thai guy Brian, very interesting, and I will definitely think about that. Good. There's no real nagging, says Addie. That's another, I believe, good point there. Stuck in Florida says, Thai guy Bry. There are definitely some Thai ladies that never want to go back, but they are the rarity. Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Addie says, I am setting my ways, simple life, and I hope I can live a simple life. Montelli says, quit talking about old. Okay. I don't know who he's talking to, but if he's talking to me, I'll stop talking about old. Look, Montelli, we know you're ancient, okay? At some point, I believe that you're going to live long enough, Montelli, that you're going to become fossilized while you're still alive. Like, you're going to be the first human to ever do it. It's going to be a fossilized Steve. I think you'll just lay in your bed one night and just turn into a fossil. It'll be peaceful, painless. 20 past 4, can't say the C word. Yep, it's okay. That's because of YouTube. 20 past 4, not because of us. And if you wonder why you may get away with it on other channels, it's probably because they're not monetized or they don't care to be monetized. This channel does. This channel cares deeply to make sure it's monetized. That's why we have a travel fund, channel fund, and all kinds of good stuff. So that's why 20 past 4. No disrespect to you at all. Just that's how we do it here. Addie says, I am young, age 53. I like that. STM says, is that worth any money? Is what worth any money? Montelli, I don't know what you're talking about. 20 past 4 says, I find that hard to believe. It's YouTube rules. Can't be spoken about in chat. Well, brother, you can read it for yourself. Go to the community guidelines section and read under it's under the events under the events section. Go read it yourself. Trust me, we would say it if we could, but instead we refer to it as it. Oh, is that worth any money? He's probably talking about being fossilized, right, Montelli? Hood says the worst thing a woman does is when they say, don't tell me you care, show me you care. LOL, confusion creatures the ladies are. Yes, they are, but that's why we love them. That's why we love them. 20 past 4 says fair enough. Thank you, sir. We always like to iron out any anything that could be perceived as animosity on here as quickly as possible. And we try our best to give a good explanation as to why we do things. So if you ever get a message deleted, don't take it personally. One of my moderators will tell you why they deleted it, and tell you what how to say it differently or whatever. It's all about YouTube, man. And we use their platform, it's their rules, and it's just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. Montelli says, "Stuck. I'm cut to the quick. I'm older than that. Now old." Eddie says, "Or ask what you are thinking." Yeah, that's true. Being fossilized. Eddie says, "I am thinking about a new audiobook about Western women." Do it. Cody says, "Ask a chick what she wants to eat if you really want to get her frustrated." That's so true. That's so true. So true. So true. 20 past 4 has got 2 thumbs up. Love it. STM says the word wiggle has always been PC. Yeah, as far as I know. Stuck says, "I'm not far behind STM, just getting it in where I don't have to pay for it." That's a good one, Stuck. Eddie says, "Best thing is ask people questions, joking about new audiobook." Yeah, I understand, Eddie. So we got about 5 minutes, actually about 4 minutes left to do till we hit 2 hours. So if we can, I'm gonna cut it off at 2 hours. If we can get that $15 into the PayPal in 4 minutes, we will have achieved everything we set out to achieve today with a very small audience, and that just proves you don't need small. You just need loyal, and you need. You don't need large numbers of people. You just need loyal people, and you need people that care about you. That's it. Cody says, "Women think we are thinking about other women when we are really thinking about tacos and football." that may be true. That's probably pretty true, Cody. Filto says, "Audiobook about Western women." Title. That's a good title, man. Good title. Good title. Stuck in Florida says, "If I insult Steve on his channel, I have to pay $5." And he says, "So true, Cody." So there you go, guys. We got a couple more minutes here, and we'll see what happens. Maybe if you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button, because we could get at least 40 likes. That's good with the number of people that have been watching. We've been averaging right around 30 people, which is minuscule for this channel. Gordon says, "Cody in Texas, if the girl is paying, she knows exactly what she wants to eat. No frustrations there." You got a good point. That's a good point, Gordon. Cody says, "Audiobook title, why is the toilet seat so important?" 20 past 4. He's laughing. 555 is LOL in Thai, isn't it? Yes, it is. 20 past 4. Yes, it is. Eddie said, "Waste of energy," that book. There you go. There's the final PayPal call that Robert has issued. That is the PayPal link, and I will be watching my phone to see if it goes off with a with anything. We just need $15 to hit the goal. Asia Unscripted said, "Hey, Asia Unscripted, what's up, brother?" He says, "Sorry, I'm late. I was teaching a class." No worries, man. No worries, no worries, no worries. I'm glad you're getting adjusted and all that stuff. Being back in the States, brother, and hope you continue to have a safe return, and I think you're it sounds like from what I'm seeing from you in the group and on Facebook, you're settling in pretty well. So congratulations on being able to go back and settle in like that. That's pretty awesome. And hit the thumbs up button if you hadn't. We're trying to get to 40. I only see 39. Stuck in Florida says 20 past 4. 5 is pronounced ha in Thai, so 555 ha ha ha. Yep. Cody in Texas says, "I could see a Thai chuckling." Let me just remove that for a second. I don't know how somebody might take that, man. 20 past 4 says, that's right. I was trying to remember the reasoning. Yeah, we're all laughing and having a good time. Filto says, Addy, crouching human hidden splash. That's a great one, man. That is a great one. I love it. Edge Unscripted says, thanks. Yeah, things are going better than I thought. It's not easy to start over after being away for a few years. I can imagine. I can imagine, sir. Roger says, no, I'm glad Roger's still here. I didn't know if you were still here or not, brother. Number 40, thumbs up, numbnuts. Oh, yes, we got 40, 41. Now I'm showing 41. Good. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate the thumbs up. And Addie says, new audiobook out. Thai ladies don't sit on. Oh my gosh. I'm going to remove that just in case. Just in case. Just in case. All right. So we're going to fall a little bit short on PayPal, but we did really good as having such a small group today. And hopefully we'll have more viewers tomorrow. And we can rack it right back up and potentially make up for whatever we didn't make today. So, still, we had a good day, and I can't complain. We're only $15 short, so it is what it is. Chrissy says, it's so great to see you having a great time today. Your I'm Down video the other day had me worried about your headspace. Yeah, my headspace was a little down the other day. To be honest with you, Chris, it was down. And I'm a very transparent person. There are things I'm learning that I shouldn't share on YouTube. But what I said the other day, yeah, the super chat puts me close to 100. But you know the deal with that, Roger. Because the PayPal's instant super chat, you got to wait till. So the super chats that we're getting today, I won't see until November 22nd. So, but it's all good. Super chat's fine. Super chat's fine. PayPal where we're at, we're good. And everything's good. No worries. Yeah. So I just have to be. I just have to be careful about what I let out. But the fact of the matter is, I can come on YouTube and laughter cures stress. Yes, it does, Addie. Yes, it does. I can come on YouTube and I can vent a little bit, and I have enough people around me, like every one of my moderators, and then many other people on here that hit me up with a comment. Hey man, you okay? Anything we can do? It sounded like you were really down, and it made me feel better to let out what I was feeling. So like I said, I don't mind about being transparent with you guys. I really don't mind. It's just that I don't want to be overly transparent anymore. That's the difference. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, Chris, you're right. Eddie said, sorry, can't help myself today. It's all right, man. I'm not gonna read 20 past 4's comment. I'll just let him go. Cody says, I'm usually meh Monday through Wednesday. Can't wait till I retire, and every day is a Friday. I know, right? Ty Guy says, thanks for the live, JC. Have a good day, everybody. You too, Ty. Ty Guy, bro. Take care of yourself, brother. Cody has decided to become a channel member again. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You'll probably appreciate that when the videos come out. And I'm going to work on them first after I touch up and highlight this live stream here. So I'll work on that. Joe P says, how far are we off in dollars? 15. 15 off in dollars. Thanks for asking the question, Joe. But yeah, $15. Stuck says, Cody in Texas, I hear you. I'm glad you decided to renew your membership there, Mr. Cody. 20 past 4 says, you like that one, Jeremy? I like that one. Hood Famous says, Stuck and Cody, I think it's meant to say. I hope one day we can have some drinks somewhere in Soy Bacau. I'll probably be there with you, man. Probably be there with you. Cody says, I have been rejected a card I turned off. I don't know what that means. Robert says, I thought you were going to do a marathon today, 555. Well, we're still going. I mean, as long as people are talking, we're still going. Eddie says, Sunday in Australia dead, but Thailand alive. Yeah, that's very much true. Cody says, I move money around on credit cards like Joe Pesci. Oh, I got you. Stuck says, Hood Famous, looking forward to it. Cody says, we can. I plan on living somewhere around LK Metro. Well, that won't be too hard to find because there are plenty of places around that area for sure. And I just hope, or I just can't wait till the rainy season's over. I think tomorrow, all of you guys that are like super experts on the rainy season in Thailand, be sure to come back for tomorrow's chat because we're going to be talking about what life is like during the rainy season here, and also what vacationing is like during the rainy season here. Hood Famous says, an old man once told, every man is your enemy. Every man is not your friend, but every man can be your teacher. That's 100% true. 100% true, because there are two kinds of people in the world, and some of them are both kinds at the same time. And that is people that will teach you what you need to do, and people that will teach you what not to do. And you can find those values in certain people that are the same person, but just at different times. They teach you different things. Very good, though, Hood. I like that. STM said, STM. Montelli says, use and abuse those credit cards every legal way you can. 20 past 4 says, Cody, that's a recipe for distraction. We'll catch up with you, bro. Gordon says, this year's rainy season has been extra long and bad. Yes, it has been very wet. Very, very wet. Cody says, I do it to improve my credit. There's nothing wrong with that either. Stuck says, I plan on being at least 6 hours away from LK Metro when I retire, but I don't mind traveling. There you go. Nothing wrong with that, Stuck. 20 past 4 says, how does that work, Cody? Eddie says, LK Metro, like Soy Bacau, will kill me. Sucks me in too much. I have to live in a quiet area to survive a healthy life. I understand. Robert says, definitely a different kind of rain there. Very hard to explain. It is something you have to experience. I agree, because the streets can go from dry to flooded in a matter of, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. If that. Eric, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for dropping by. And there was a reason you left a comment, and I still haven't been able to post it because YouTube told me not to. I don't remember what it was about, but it wasn't anything bad. It was just, I think you, I don't know. I have to get with you on that offline or something, Eric. But anyway, I couldn't post your comment for whatever reason. Robert says, definitely a different kind of rain. Yep, that's right. Charge your card, then pay it off immediately. 20 past 4 says, yeah, nice. Joe P says, Cody in Texas, thanks for noticing. Stuck in Florida, Eric in Virginia, hello. Eddie says, getting better at willpower. There you go. Hood Famous says, Jeremy, you ever been to Konkan? I keep hearing about that place. I think it's Klonkin or something. I don't know. But I keep hearing about that place, and I think it's you said I think it's very nice there, and I think it is too because a lot of my friends keep going. So it's very interesting. And I talk, see, guys, just because we didn't hit our goal today, I mean, we're $15 short and we didn't hit. I'm still talking to you because we're having a conversation. So can't anybody say I'm just after the money? That's for sure. As long as the conversation persists, so will I. Like I said, I don't have anything going on until 2 o'clock here today. Let me see, where was I there? Eddie says getting better at willpower. I got that. Hood Famous says Jeremy. Nope, got that. Montelli says nothing feels as good as 95 degrees and rainy in Bangkok. Yeah, I don't know about the rain part. I can do con can. That's how you say it. Con can. Okay, gotcha. Con can. Eric says no problem. You answered my question. Okay, there you go. I'll get with you on why, for whatever reason, I couldn't post your comment. I think because when you type the comment, you didn't leave a space after a period, and YouTube considers that a link. And if they can't click it and go see what the link is about, I mean, because it shows up in blue like I highlighted the link. If they can't click it and go see what the link's about, then they'll kick the comment or downgrade the video into search and browse. And I didn't want either one of those to happen. So that is what I think went down with your comment. Stuck says, Montel, yeah, the AC feels great watching it out the window. Cody says, just noticed your vid on don'ts in Thailand got 607,000 views. Did it really? Wow. How about something on things to do, not places, just behavior? Yeah, that can definitely be. Matter of fact, let me take a picture. Let me take a picture because I got a lot of ideas going around here. And I can definitely do what to do in Thailand as an expat, or what to do as an expat, period. Eddie says, I like saying no, no, no. Nickname in John TN is cannot. Filtho says, I've always been good with willpower. My downfall is an absence of won't power. I like that too. That's funny. That's funny, and it makes a lot of sense. And I totally get where you're coming from, man. Totally get where you're coming from. Prep for it says you should talk to some bars, and anyone with DoMoreLife gear gets their first beer free. You can also have a sticker for your channel and the bars on the door. That's probably not a bad idea. In fact, let me take a picture of that because that's not a bad idea at all. Definitely need to get the channel growing again, that's for sure, because it has been a minute since that happened. Good comment, Prep for it. I appreciate it. Chris says, I appreciated your previous comments about keeping one's ego out of problems when they crop up. Yeah, man, you can't. The problem is when you, like, when your ego won't let you do something, or when you do something just because of your ego, you got a problem. Like, you have the problem. So if I'm doing something because of my ego, I have it's my problem. Like, anytime I have a disagreement with people, I always look at my part first, right? So, like, what did I do wrong first? And I evaluate myself, my intentions, and more my intent and my motive. Why did I get angry? Why am I upset? Is it worth it? Am I looking at it in the correct way? Is there, good Lord, it's cloudy outside. Is there something I can do to fix it other than talk to people? Whoa, $9.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, Hood Famous. Appreciate it. You're doing good, Jeremy. You left everything to live a new life. It's not easy, but you look happy, bro. Bless you. Thank you, man. I'm only happy, really, because I'm in a place surrounded by good people. And when I say good people, I'm talking about the DoMoreLife community and family, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. But I have to look at my ego, and then make sure my ego is taken out. So if I want to make the ultimate goal is, if there's truly a problem that I have with another person, is to make amends. As long as making amends does not pose a danger to hurt myself or someone else. So in most cases, that's not even the case, right? So what I do is, I evaluate myself. I take a self inventory. I look at myself, see where I'm at, see if I'm the one that's actually causing the problem. If I'm the common denominator in the problem, then it's most likely an issue with me. Could be a self esteem problem, could be an ego problem, which kind of go hand in hand, or it just could be a lack of maturity problem. And those things I have to address myself, because that is literally the only way I know how to fix the problem. So then I can go to the person and say, look, I apologize for this, because that's what I did. And I go to that person not expecting an apology from them. Because if you don't expect an apology, you won't get your feelings hurt when you don't get one. And if you do get an apology when you don't expect it, then you will probably have a pretty good relationship with that person if you want one, because both of you will have seen the error of your ways. Now, Andy John says, lots of bad behavior to report on. Cody says, I do need an ego lesson. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I don't think that's the ego. I think that's I think that's more of a choice problem right there, Cody. 20 past 4 says, if you head up to Chiang Mai, make sure you venture out to Chiang Rai. I think it's worth a look. Awesome old area. If I go as far as Chiang Mai, I would definitely go to Chiang Rai. Where I get my tea from is like drinking tea. Where I get my tea from is a store in Chiang Rai. So I would definitely go up there, visit the store, and just check out Chiang Rai in general, because it seems to be a very kind of a hot spot, really, for people to go. And thank you again, Hood Famous, for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. Addie says, ego all around me here. I walk away from ego, let them fight each other here. That's it, man. That's it. That's the best thing to do. And sometimes it can be the hardest. Robert says, with the PayPal link, $15 left to go on the travel fund. Let's make it happen, he says. $15 left to go on travel fund. What he means is $15 on the PayPal fund, which is the channel fund. It's not really it's made mostly for travel, but it also keeps equipment going. And we've gotten a camera with the travel fund, or with the channel fund. We've gotten accessories for it. We've gotten what else did we get? We got gimbals for cell phones, so I could live chat from my cell phone. Before, we had that with the channel fund, and all the content from when I travel around, whether it be to Pattaya or when I was in Rayong traveling around down there. All of that stuff, the channel fund covered it, and it never goes to waste. Never goes to waste, and it also never goes to anything in my life, like supper. Hood Famous says, at 20, yes, I hear so much about Chiang Rai. Also, Chonburi. Well, Chonburi is the province where Pattaya is, and I've been to Chonburi several times. I got a friend that lives there. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of quiet and desolate in most places also. 20 20 past 4 says, I work high-rise construction in Australia, and the egos on site is sometimes unbelievable. Oh, man, I can imagine. I used to build mobile homes, is what I used to do, and actually modular homes. And we worked in a plant, in a mobile home, modular home construction. There were prefabricated homes, and the egos were just, man, it was crazy. Cody says 24. I'm in the oil field. Egos. Oh my God. Oh yeah, dude. I can imagine the egos out there. Any kind of labor intensive job like that, there's going to be a lot of egos, especially if you're the new guy on the job. Man, I feel sorry for you. 20 past 4 chain ride, top 5 for sure. Lovely joint. Carl, what's up, man? Good to see you, bud. He says, what's up, my friend, fellas? Not much. We just chilling, talking, hanging out. Eddie says, ego in media, also bad in Oz. Same way just about everywhere, I think. It is what it is. Robert says, stuck in Florida. I love it in Chiang Rai. Can't wait to get back there. I can't wait to go visit. So I'm pretty excited about that. Eddie says, let's see, Chris says, what equipment are you saving up for? Currently I'm saving up for the Rode Go Wireless, which is the mic that you put the, it's not wired. It's all, I don't know if it's VHF, UHF or whatever, but that's what I want to get first, so that I can take the big mic off the top of my camera and just have the lapel mic, and it'll just be the little receiver on top of the camera, and then I can vlog. I can turn the camera any which way I want to, without having to stop, turn the camera off, flip the mic around, plug it back in, and then talk again if I want to talk about things out in front of me. It's going to make a big difference in the audio sound of the vlogs that I put out anyway. So it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. And I've got a couple trips coming up in the next 2 months. So we're just packing and packing and packing for those. Because the more cushion I have, the more I can do. And that's a fair question, Chris, and I do not mind answering it at all. Robert says, stuck, I agree. Eddie says, Cody, ferry from PP to Krabi, amazing few hours past islands. I might be down in that area at some point in time. Chris, to help answer your question, that would be a channel fund experience, because most of it is consumed by travel and not by equipment. We just happen to be at a period of time right now when some equipment is needed. Stuck in Florida says 20 past 4. I've been weeks without seeing a farang in that area, and northern Kanchanaburi. I hope I said that right. 20 past 4. Yeah, I want to get to Pi next trip over. Seen a lot of good stuff around there. So have I. How good is that? He says. Cody says 24. Look up Pi Circus Hostel. Looks fun. I just went past a bunch of comments. Hang on. Carl says Pi was one of my favorite towns for sure. I need to get around there. Hood Famous says, what's the most outlaw place in Thailand not for newbies? Don't go too far south. That's what I would say. Just don't go too far south. Don't go. I think Phuket's about as far south. Whatever the further south islands are, the further you get beyond Surat Thani, you want to stay north, if possible. If possible. That's the only thing that I'm aware of. Good question though. Cody says most labor type jobs, the old guys don't want to hear your opinion until you're proved you're not a Nimrod. That's right. That's right. Eric says, okay, so if you are taking a special date on a trip to Thailand, what read the most 5 beautiful places to visit? Well, I can tell you from what I've heard and some of what I've seen, there's a really nice beach in Rayong, or it's actually in Bangkok, called Sun Beach. It's very clean, and it's just a nice, relaxing beach. I've been to Koh Samet. Koh Samet has a nice beach out there, very nice beach. And then you would follow that up with like John Tien has some nice beaches, but really, if you want super beaches, you're gonna have to go south and get Hua Hin has a nice beach. I've been there, but you're gonna have to go to Krabi, PP, Samui, maybe Koh Tao. I'm not sure, but all of those, check all of those out and see which one fits you the best. Let's see here. Gordon says, any dude job with lots of dudes, you have to deal with the inflated egos. I've never understood alpha male crap. You're right. And I've had to deal with it for a long time myself. Stuck in Florida says 20 past 4. I love it when people are so nice and generous. Yeah, so do I. So do I. Thus why I love this channel so much. Eddie says apparently Chiang Rai has lots of temples. That sounds good. Chris C says, where do you usually go to buy your equipment? Usually I go to a big camera. That's where I got my last big purchase. Big camera. There's also digital to home. Some of those places, places like that, is where I usually get it here in Thailand. 20 past 4 says Chang San. I hadn't heard about that. Depends on where you head and what you're up to. Hood Famous says Eric, Phuket, perfect, and see the PP Islands and go to Koh Samui. That sounds good. Let's see, Eddie John, endless amount of temples there, says Robert. And hang on, I'm so sorry, I'm behind on comments, guys. Eric says, thanks, Hood. Stuck in Florida, Eddie John, traveling along the Mekong in the north is beautiful and temples everywhere. That's true. I know that because I've been to, well, not the north, but I've been to Savannakhet, Laos, and you can see on my way there was a lot of temples in that area of Thailand. And then when you go over to Laos, there's a whole bunch of French architecture and stuff like that over there. So really cool. Cody says, Koh Jum for me, fishing village island, 2,000 residents and cottages right on the beach for $20 a night. There you go, brother. That's awesome. Stuck says, I love Krabi, but not sure I want to live there. And I think would the prices be a problem there, Stuck? I kind of feel like the prices would be a problem there. It'd be a little hot, or a little high, I should say. 20 past 4 says, yeah, true. Super South is pretty wild. Close to that border can be wild. Yep, which is why I caution people on a trip like that. Addie says, yeah, I want to go down Mekong River on boat for experience. Why not? Because I can. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Hood says Phuket is very nice to go with your girlfriend. Super safe. Just don't rent jet skis. Excellent point. Renting jet skis here can be problematic. Anyone will tell you. Phuket is where I would take a girlfriend, says Cody. Cool. 20 past 4 added the Mekong boat trips are so touristy. Find a local with a boat and go with them. Don't book a tour. That makes perfect sense, by the way, because things here can get very touristy for for a little bit of nothing. Hang on, I'm still trying to navigate where I was here. Don't book a tour. Okay. Cody says, Hood, yeah, look up Cove Jum 30-minute boat ride from Krabi. Wow, that's cool. Stuck says Phuket is in my top 5 also. Hood says, nice, we'll definitely do some research on Cody. Sounds fun. Eddie says, TPF will do, mate. Cody says, there are so many places in Thailand tough to go. Hood says, wow, Cove Jum looks very nice. First time I heard about it. Thank you. 20 past 4 says Chang Xian is Golden Triangle District. Okay. I got you. Let me scroll up just a little bit here. Cody says if the U.S. got a hold of Thailand, they would ruin it by charging 5 times as much. I'm sure. Stuck in Florida says Cody, I still have most of the East to explore. No telling what I can find there. I know the feeling. There's so much Thailand left for me to explore, and I've just barely scratched the surface, man. Gordon's Live says for male expats in Thailand, nice temples is code for something else. Gotcha. Robert says try Fortune Town, Jeremy. Lots of tech equipment there. Yeah, I need to get down to like True Digital Park or Fortune Town. Yeah. I understand. Cody says stuck. If they ever open up, we'll meet you there, man. Stuck says you can get reasonable places in Krabi if you don't want to be on the beach. Again, another logical piece of advice. And I'm catching up on comments. Almost caught up on comments. And see, we didn't get the $15 in PayPal, and I'm still talking. So, where was I at? Okay, maybe I didn't catch up on comments. Hang on, let me go back up. Yep, Hood says I have a friend. She always inviting me to visit. Name sounds like Pattaya. Yeah, I know where that A word. I know where you're talking about. That's a big temple. I think it's all white, if I'm not mistaken. Their tree with Buddha face, very cool. Addie says you have to visit the big golden Buddha statue on Koh Samui between Lamai Beach and Shawang Beach. Christy says, what have you heard about the quality of scuba diving in the Andaman Sea as well as shark season popular? Chris, I'll be honest with you. I know nothing about diving. Absolutely nothing. So I'm the wrong person to ask. Somebody in here might know, though. If they don't today, they probably will tomorrow because there are different people that show up for different chats at different times in different places. Cody says, I've seen a few vids on shady jet ski rentals. Never will I rent one. I don't blame you. I won't either. Stuck says, Gordon, I honestly love visiting the temples. Not that anyone will believe me. Hey, I believe you because I honestly enjoy visiting the temples. I mean, it's culture. It's a different culture. It's a different prospect. You know, it's a whole different thing. Countdown Traveler, what's up, man? He says, hey, JC, hope all's well, mate. All is well. We're 2.5 hours into a live stream. Let's see here. 20 past 4 says, Atutaya, or however you say it, is the ancient town of Thailand. Hood Famous says, nice. 20 past 4, seen awesome pictures, and she's a local I trust. I should visit also. Why not, right? Eddie says, I'm going to Isan, spend some time with chickens in villages. Hood Famous says, Addie, my type of lifestyle, the simple things. Cody says, hi, Isan, share at Rice and meet her parents. Eddie says, you poke your tongue out. Bot fine for sure. Cody says it would be shocking to see a pasture with like 60,000 buffaloes on it. Yeah, it would. Addie says, yep, going to Isan many times to see. I'd like to do that too. Robert says to Chris, the diving in Thailand is great in areas, lots of beautiful sights. It is quite big there also. There you go. Stuck also says, Chris, yes, it's very popular in Phuket during February. Cool. Addie says, great scuba diving on PP Island. There you go. Chrissy says, I'm sending you $5 just as soon as I find my PayPal password. Not sure where I have it, but always losing my passwords. It's coming your way. Well, that's cool, man. I don't even know if you have to have a password if you send it by my PayPal link. I'm sure one of my moderators will put it up there. Cody says, we don't go. I appreciate it, Chris. Cody says, we don't go diving in Galveston because the water is filthy brown. I bet so. Galveston, Texas is not a place that I would like to live simply because of the weather and the potential for some type of really bad accident like an oil spill or something. But Galveston also has a history, so that would be intriguing to see if any of that stuff's up there. There's the PayPal link Robert's throwing up there. If Chris is going to send 5, that means we're only 10 away from the goal. Wow. Talk about chipping away a little bit at a time. Addie says, but no scuba diving for me, too scared of sharks. Yeah, I'm terrified. For me, it's not necessarily the just the sharks. It's like the being underwater and breathing. That's a concept. My brain, it doesn't work in my brain. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure I could force myself to do that. Although I might one day be able to do that. Addie said, yep, got that. Cody says Galveston was nice when I was a kid, but yeah, oil spills and hurricanes, not what it was. That's what I heard. Gordon's Live says, took a cruise out of Galveston, unpleasant place to start a holiday, I can imagine. Addie says, but can jump off cliffs into sea. What's wrong with me? I like that. Stuck says, I blew out an eardrum and have a hard time going more than a few meters diving. Yes, that would definitely, that would make it hard, I'm sure. Cody says, cliff jumping is fun. It is fun. It's something that I used to enjoy, but I can't do it anymore. Just can't do it. Philtho says, afraid of sharks. When did they start letting lawyers in the water? I like that. That's a good one, man. IUTI is the place we were talking about. IUTI. I don't know why my phone is not making it. Oh, because I got it cut off. There it goes. And right as I pick it up, there comes, I'll cover his name up, but there comes the $5 that he said he was going to send. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris C. I appreciate that very much, very, very much. That brings us within $10 of our goal for today. $10 for our PayPal goal. Very good, Chris. Thank you very much for your support. And I'm glad you got enough out of the content to be able to do something like that. I really appreciate it. Cody says, I mean, like, oh, wait. Philtho said, oh, he said, Robert said, out, stuck. Cody says, I mean, like, at 30 feet, not 100. Yeah. Did get the PayPal, Chris, so thank you for that very much. Oh, Lord. I'm just going to remove that one just to be on the safe side, Cody. Just to be on the safe side, brother. Stuck says, I've tried all kinds of earplugs and tricks, but nothing works, and I love diving. I'm sorry to hear you can't go down very far, man. That's pretty sad. It's kind of sad. Addie says, my ears got blocked up in Koh Samui. They had a machine put in my ears and unblocked them. Was 2005 and said, we don't have this ear cleaning stuff in Australia. Gordon says the best diving is less than 20 meters. After that, it's just abyss. That sounds logical to me. 20 past 4 says, guys, enjoy your day and night. Talk soon. Enjoy these chats. Thank you, 20 past 4, for coming in. Appreciate it very, very much. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow. Chris C says, it is the weirdest feeling to look up to the water surface and realize you are breathing. Yeah, that's what my whole thing about scuba diving is. 20 past 4 says should get together sometime in Thailand. We're all there. We're definitely going to do that when the doors are open and the people come in. We're definitely going to have a subscriber meetup and all that stuff. So, Cody's just, I can't do it. Oh, that's an email. But I got my phone dinging again. I don't know why. It wasn't working because I didn't trip the silent thing, so you guys couldn't hear the little when the PayPal's come through. For sure, TPF. Yeah, 20 past 4. Glad you dropped by. Very glad you dropped by today. So, what do we do, guys? Do we end here? Do we continue on for hopes of $10, or do we wait until tomorrow? Enjoy DoMoreLife, boys. Definitely will. 20 past 4. Thank you. Cody deleted himself. No, he does do that sometimes, but I removed his message just to be on the safe. Robert says marathon. All right. Well, we got to need the people for the marathon. We got 23 watching right now. By the way, guys, usually one of the either on Saturday or Sunday. Used to on Saturdays we would have 60 or 70 people watching, but there's so many Saturday live streams now that people bounce around a lot. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get a good live stream in, and it won't be a marathon, but maybe be able to make a little more for the travel fund and learn a lot about some different things, because I'm specifically tomorrow going to talk about the changes that occur during the rainy season here. Stuck says BRB. Cool, man. We'll be waiting for you. Filtho says, I don't dive, but went down to about 100 meters in the submarine in the Caribbean. Saw where the continental shelf died off into nothingness. Really cool sight. Cody says, I even deleted my mod status a while back. Yes, you did. That's true. That was funny. Very, very funny. Chris says, it also freaks me out underwater when I have no peripheral vision. Yeah, that would mess with my head bad, especially if I'm in the ocean. I'd be worried about sharks. I worry about what I can't see behind me. Yep, especially in the ocean, definitely. I feel the exact same way, man. Robert says, I remember that, Cody. Oh, talking about his losing his, he deleted his mod status. Yeah, he did. Filtho says, others may have live streams, but you have the only live stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Filthos. Appreciate that very, very much. We just keep going, man. We just keep going, and we try to build, and I try to come at you with the best information I can, and you guys reward me with contributions to keep the channel going, and to help offset some of the costs for traveling. And I mean, it's just it's a win-win for everybody. And believe me, if I didn't work a 9-to-5 job and I had every day to travel somewhere and bring you a video, oh man, ooh, we would have, yeah, I believe the channel would be a lot bigger in my opinion. But that's okay. Cody says, but thank you for the compliment, Philthos. I really appreciate that. Cody says, I do wish I could take a sub to see the Titanic. That would be cool. That would be cool, but I'm just not sure. Even in a mini sub, I would still be in the I'm underwater and breathing type. That would be the feeling I would be having, and I'm like, what? I just don't think I could do it. Eddie says, done 2 marathons in my 20s, never again. Lactic acid build up in legs at 30 kilometers, and your brain takes over last 12. I believe you. Gordon's Alive says, I think Shark Attack is number 2 worst way. Probably. So whenever you feel down, start your live stream. Yeah, I can do that, Chris. That's definitely not definitely not outside the realm of logic. I mean, it makes sense for sure. I'm gonna get rid of these two because we don't want to talk too much about no longer being. I hear you, Philthos. I don't want to talk too much about not being here anymore, just for the simple fact of somebody will question it for something else. Yeah, that would be number 1 for me too, Gordon. That would exactly be number 1 for me too. I'm gonna take it off, but that would be my number 1 most. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go out like that. I'll put it to you that way. I definitely wouldn't want to go out like that for sure. So we're marathoning. What else we got to talk about? Scuba diving, places to travel. We talked about travel tips abroad. If we're going abroad, what we can do abroad. What else you boys got on your mind? I told you I got time. I got time. And somebody's got $10. I'm just kidding. Steaming Willie Beeman. Eric says any rooftop bars. Went to the rooftop bar at the Hilton at Pattaya. Went to the rooftop bar at the Skywalk on that funky shaped building in Bangkok. I can't remember what it's called. Mayathon Tower. I can't remember. But those are 2 very good rooftop bars, Eric. Very good rooftop bars. Chris says, I'm most concerned about the jellyfish. Yes, I believe I would be too. I've been stung by a jellyfish once. It was at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, and it was extraordinarily painful. I don't ever want to experience that again. Eddie says, kangaroo fight as well, not good. I bet. Jellyfish here in Oz. Yeah, you guys have some potent jellyfish down there. Cody says jalapeno in your eye has to be as bad as a jellyfish. I don't. I've been eating poppers before. You know, the jalapeno and cheddar poppers. I've been eating those before, and some of the jalapeno juice squirt right in my eye, and I literally just I'm crying for like an hour. It's so bad, so bad. Filto says, anyone have experience with duties bringing your used motorcycle into Thailand? Ooh, that's a good question. If we had a normal crowd in here, ask that question tomorrow. After we're about 30 minutes into the stream, Filtos, somebody may have some insight into that. I personally don't have any idea how much that would cost. But it seems as though it would be expensive. I'm thinking. Eric says, where can you ride horses on the beach in Thailand? Wow, that's another fantastic question I don't have an answer to. Stuck may be a good person to ask that question, but he said he would be right back. So we'll wait till he gets back, or if we stop before he gets back, yeah, we'll see what he has to say. Cody says it hurts for hours. I know it does. Chris says any excruciating hot peppers to especially avoid in Thai food. If it's red or I don't eat spicy food much, Chris, just because of my digestive system. But if it's red, if it's red, dark green, or dark red, almost like a purplish color, don't eat it. I mean, if unless you like spicy food. If you like spicy food, then by all means, eat away, no problem. Eddie says food markets in Thailand choose 6 different bowls of chili to choose from. Fun choosing. Yes, the markets here, especially the food markets and the street food, are a lot of fun to pick out some different kind of food with. I think it's pretty cool. Cody says just red. Just read to bring any type of vehicle into Thailand, you have to have an immigrant visa and a non-work and a work permit. That's interesting. Good research there, Cody. Eric says had shrimp pad thai tonight, also spring rolls, and made my own peanut sauce. Good for you, man. I can't make that peanut sauce. It's hard for me to make. I've had shrimp pad thai as well, but I don't get any chilies in it or anything like that. Eddie says size thinner blood, I think. Yeah. I don't know about the thinner blood, but it would definitely. Yeah, I don't know about the thinner blood thing. But it may be. It may be true. It may be true. Cody says thanks to Google. So Google must have hooked him up. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and 51 minutes. Well, we got another comment. Philto says, Chris, if you're avoiding spicy, don't let the soup sneak up on you. The most innocent looking souls can sometimes strip barnacles off a battleship. So true. Chris said, I kill the heat in my mouth from peppers with sour cream. And that's interesting. Curious to know if sour cream is readily available at restaurants. Some. It's going to depend on the restaurant. If you go to, for example, I love Smoking Joe's. Everybody knows I love Smoking Joe's in Pattaya. And they serve sour cream. Like if you get a quesadilla, they'll serve sour cream, or you can ask for sour cream. It's available there, but I don't know about other restaurants. I just don't know. How hot will it be there today? Probably not too bad. We can check the weather app real quick because I don't think it's going to be too hot because the sky is blue and gray. I'm thinking, where are my weather apps? 1 second, I'll tell you. That's a good question. But I will tell you in 1 moment. Somebody got a weather app that's going to beat me to it? I don't know. Where's my freaking weather apps? Here we go. Weather. It's going to be 81 today. And the forecast is rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But then Thursday and Friday it looks better. That's good. So 81. 81 is what it's going to be, but the humidity is going to be outrageous. So, Robert says Krabi has a place to ride horses on the beach. It's called Krabi Nature Horse Riding. Phuket has Phuket International Horse Club. Awesome. I love it when somebody else can answer the things that I can't. That's what I love. I love it. I love about this live stream. That's cool. Also, Kolak, or just something Robert's saying. Addie says, I miss my cheese living in Thailand. I have to look for store in Soy Bacow to get cheese. That's true. Cheese is not a big, if you get real cheese here, it's going to be expensive, just so everybody knows, because it's mostly imported. I don't think there are too many Thai brands of cheese. It's just not a big thing. 81, that's nice. Yeah, it's not bad for Thailand, that's for sure. Not bad for Thailand at all. So here's the deal. I'm going for 5.5 more minutes. I'm gonna go to 3 hours exactly. And at 3 hours exactly, whether we have the final $10 or not, doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut off the live stream because 3 hours is a long time. Even though we've had some good conversation, still a long time. Stuck says, Addie John, yeah, Velveeta isn't cheese no matter what they say. I love that. And there's a little link to click on if you want to end the day, what I call fully end the day. Because if we get another $10, then we will have a full day of not only incredible discussion, which I really mean that, incredible discussion with you guys, but we will have a great monetary day for the channel, and it will certainly help me and the channel. When I say me, I mean the channel. So that would be awesome. But if not, we've still had an awesome day regardless. It's still been awesome. Addie says, what's Velveeta? Lyle says that government cheese in the 80s was good. Yeah, all that processed stuff, that was that was probably some of the worst stuff for you. Yes, definitely remember the thumbs up on the way out, guys. And after the video is over, feel free to leave a comment after the video. That, as Stuck's pinned comment says, that's a good way to help the algorithm. You can just simply say, hey, nice chat, we enjoyed it, whatever. Or you can say, you suck, I hate you, whatever. Eric says, JC, do you watch any Western TV like 60 Minutes or 2020? Yeah, I don't watch 60 Minutes or 2020, but I do watch some Western TV. Absolutely. 100%. I'm debating on whether or not to catch up with football season. I just don't have time, really, Eric, at the moment. The time is not there. Here comes another ambulance or something going by. But yeah, I just really don't have the time. I don't have the time to watch TV. I mean, I just don't. When I get home in the afternoons, I try to answer comments on YouTube if there are any. You know, so and then I'm editing sometimes. I'm always busy doing. Then I have regular life stuff to do. You know, get groceries and change the oil in the motorbike and all that stuff. Chris C says, before it's too late, thank you, Jeremy, and everyone else here for a great conversation. Thank you, sir, for being here. We appreciate it very much. And thank you for your contribution, Chris. Very much appreciated. Stuck in Florida says, on the res, we would get 5-pound blocks of real cheese. You could even get sharp cheese. It was good. You can get real cheese in the big blocks at like Macro. You can get the big blocks. They're like 1,000 baht, but it's real cheese. And turn it around. Okay, Eric, see you, buddy. Good night. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. And look, there'll be a video coming out for channel members only, at least initially, in a couple days. Addie says, going from Thailand to Pakistan to visit ex-girlfriend because she is worth visiting. Really nice chick, but might have to meet parents, then take off back to Thailand. I hear you, bud. I hear you. I can't believe we still have 30 people in here or 29 people in here. That's pretty awesome after 3 hours. And 47 thumbs up. Or I guess it's 48. Maybe we could get 2 more thumbs up and hit 50. I don't know. Christy says government supplied is from dairy subsidies, so you have already paid for it. Nothing's free. Good point. Stuck says Addie John Velveeta is cheese flavored oil, like what's in the ham and cheese toasties. Yep, that's it. Cody says, speaking of cheese, imagine the first guy to discover milk, then tasting it, and look on the second guy's face when Jim Bob tells him where he got it. that's a good one, Cody. I like that. Robert N says, hit the like button. Lyle says, because it's good content. Good, man. I'm glad you feel that way, Lyle. I really am. 30 seconds to go, guys. I'm going to make sure I wrap it up right here. Thank you so much to everyone for your monetary contributions, but even more than that, thank you for your incredible conversation today. You guys have just been doing awesome. Rambling Rick says, how do you stay so positive when this year sucks? I mean, I can't find a reason to be negative because negativity just leads me nowhere. I was talking to a friend the other day and I said negativity is just a catalyst for bad things. You know, it starts bad things. So there's no negative. I can't be negative. Even when I put out posts like, you know, I'm frustrated or stuff like that, I can't be negative. I just can't be negative about it because negativity leads nowhere, and that's all there is to it. And it's a good, fair question, Rick. Fair question. Filtho says, DoMoreLife chat is like the Roach Motel. Viewers check in, but they don't check out. I like that. I like that. Chris says, thank you all. You're more than welcome, Chris. Thanks for being here, man. Cody says, see, these are jokes, and Asian chick would see you as a goofball. That's probably true. That's probably true. If you want to be a channel member, Robert put the channel member link up there. It's only $2.99, and you get to see a couple cool things that others don't. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cody says Jay is in Thailand where he wants to be. Just my opinion. That's true. I do want to be here. And Stuck says because JC is in paradise. It is. It's also a little bit of torture when I have to work from when I work. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with my job, guys. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little bit of torture when you have to when you're when you work 45 hours a week and you can't always travel when you want to. But it's traveling season coming up, so. That's why we're trying to pad this channel fund that we have and make sure there's no issues when traveling comes around. So, but yeah, Stuck, you're right. Because I am in paradise, I'm just locked out for the moment. See me, I mean, Cody says. Okay, got you, man. Christy says, I'd love to hear a funny Thai joke that needs to be explained to me. Huh? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Addie says, you live away from the West, freedom. That's true. Rambling Rick says, thanks for the good vibe. You are more than welcome, sir. More than welcome. And that's it for today, guys. I'll be back live with you tomorrow. Stuck says, oh, why I have to work. Yeah, it really is. I mean, just think about it. Like if you were behind a wall and you had to stay behind that wall and paradise was on the other side and you could only go to it for short periods of time when people on your side of the wall told you could walk through the wall, then like that would be that's kind of the feeling I get sometimes, man. But yeah, I get you. Stuck. Cody says, yeah, it's funny how much more freedom other countries have than that we really don't hear. I think that's a vice versa question. I think there's certain freedoms in some countries that you don't get in states, but It goes both ways, Cody. So I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. What time tomorrow? Chris asked. It will be around the same time, probably about nine, maybe 9, 8:45, 9 o'clock, something like that. 9:15 at the latest. I will send out I'll put it out on Facebook earlier, or not just on Facebook, but I'll put it out channel members the time so they'll know. And I put it in the Facebook group so they'll know there. And what else? It'll be between 8:45 and 9:15. So you won't have to go missing for it. I'm talking about my time in Bangkok. So wherever you are, just use that time in the morning. Tomorrow morning, 8:45, between 8:30 and 9:15. Let's say that. Give myself a 45-minute window, and you'll see. I'll put up the thing on the channel so you'll be able to see it. Eric says 2 old guys love baseball. They promised each other if one dies, the other would come back and let the other one know if there is baseball in heaven. Sure enough, one dies, the other comes back. Cody in Texas says we are basically taxed for half our money and the rest is billed. Understood. And he says we're all jealous of you. Don't be jealous of me. Just be ready for the borders to open. 9 p.m. tomorrow. Cool. See y'all, gents. All right, Cody. Take care, brother. Love you, man. Eric said, and tells the one alive, I got good and bad news. The good news is your baseball. The good news is baseball has been heaven. Bad news is you're pitching tomorrow. I don't even know where to go there. Facebook channel. Yeah, there's in the link, there's a description in the description of this video is a link to my Facebook, my Instagram, all that stuff. You guys can find. Wow. Filtho says, by the way, the 30-minute alerts are super helpful. Yeah, I know they are. And I'll have it out before I go to bed tonight. And so that'll be, you'll get it. You'll get a notification, then you'll probably get a notification again that says watch in 30 minutes, or you'll get a notification when the live stream starts. Stuck in Florida says Eric in Virginia. He's laughing. Yeah, I didn't get it, so we'll have to take that one up tomorrow. 30-minute heads up helps. Always got it. I tried, but some of you guys are in the Facebook group, so if you're in the Facebook group, you always know when it's coming. Andy says I'm joining a soccer team in Thailand. Lots of fun. Good luck with that. Not good. Yeah, that's the DoMoreLife Facebook page. Robert's put up there. Joe P says, sorry, I have to go. Got to be up in 5 hours. Joe, go to sleep, brother. Go to sleep, my man. Thank you so much for everything you did today. I appreciate it very, very much, Joe. Take care of yourself, man. Lyle says, thanks, Robert. Addie says, bad news. I live in Australia. Good news, moving back to Thailand. Freedom. I hear you. Stuck says there is baseball in heaven. Bad news is the living guy. It's, oh, God. Now I got it. Never mind. I got it. Okay, we're out of comments. We're out of time. We're way over 3 hours. Didn't think I was going to be this far. And thank you guys so much for everything, really. You guys for the super chats. You guys for the PayPal contributions, of course. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, somebody's sending me the joke on here. Stuck, you take care, brother. Thank you for being an awesome moderator. Really appreciate you, brother. Roger, you too. Thank you for being an awesome moderator, and your contribution always is just wonderful and usually gets everything started like it did today. Goodbye, Chris. Take care of yourself. Even if you didn't do anything but just comment and enjoy the conversation today. I appreciate you so much for it, and I appreciate you hanging out. And Cody, good to have you back as a channel member, bro. So thanks, everyone. Appreciate you joining the live stream. Love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.